Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Thursday. Let's talk. I really have nothing to talk about. No. What did we say we're going to talk about today? I'm trying to think. Well, we just won our football game. Well, my son won their football game. They actually won decisively. I think it was 22-0. Defense played lights out, which was awesome. Offense, I had one child that got ejected from the game, and of course, he was my fucking player. He he was one of my players as far as lineman, and yeah, so he's gonna have to sit out for a game because decided to throw a punch. Awesome. It's always fun when your kids decide to throw punches. Um, oops. Okay. Let's see what else we're supposed to. Damn it, Elliot gave me a fucking topic to talk about. I cannot remember what the hell it was. Did y'all can come up? I don't know why y'all in the back just sitting there. Uh, Anywho, let me run down what I'm thinking I'm supposed to be talking about. I think it was Umar Johnson and someone else. Dog it. I think. God dog it. I'm trying to remember. Is it Umar Johnson and someone else? DL Hughley. Yeah, Umar and DL. There we go. Yes. Not. Yeah, there it is. So this guy, it's a back and forth with DL Hughley and Umar Johnson. And DL Hughley has a radio show just like all of them do. They give them all radio shows. I don't know why. They're pieces of shit, if you ask me. But that's neither here nor there. It's just a thing. And I don't know why my fucking computer is doing that. It is lagging. It is unstable. Well, it is raining. It is raining, so to save us all. Hopefully my Wi-Fi kicks in. Give it a second. Give it a second. Can y'all hear me? What? What's going on with my internet connection? Jesus Christ. It is trash. Get out of my face. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm good. Something's wrong with my internet connection. It is dragging donkey dick right now. Okay, now we got to see if this kicks in. I had to go to my secondary internet. It's massively slower than the normal one, but it's been raining for about 4 hours. How long has it been raining? About 4 hours. Trying to see if they connect correctly. That one's having problems. Damn. Damn. Anyway, well, let's try this shit works. I got the internet connection of goddamn OG right now. I have an OG connection and it looks slow. God dog it. You know what? Oh, there it goes. It's kicking on. There. Thank you. Okay, there we go. We in this. We in here. All right, here we're gonna do. We're gonna share our screen. We're gonna listen to this sorry ass jigaboo DL Hughley talk about Umar Johnson. So there's a riff in the wokety woke and the blackety black sectors, which is downright astonishing to me. And then you got Roland Martin going against Tyrese. Yeah. It's a Negro battle. I'm drunk. I'll be in and out. Okay. Your OG connection is still better than OG connection. Well, it is what it is. Here we go.
First off, I don't like a dude who begs for a living. Like everything is a donation. You can call it a donation if you want to, but beg for a living. Then you have the nerves. First, you'll tell black men to marry black women, but not to vote them for them. That's and then he's talking about he's the King Kong content. Don't you know King Kong loved white women? Didn't he? To call somebody else yo sellout, yo on the plantation when you pushing for a white dude. I'm with the sister, but just come on now.
Are you so-
Wow. He said you're pushing for a white dude. I could have sworn there's a fucking cracker on her ticket too. When she has the opportunity to pick any vice president, she picked a cracker. Why did she pick Cory Booker? Why did she pick any of these other black motherfuckers that are in the Democrat Party? Why did she pick Wesley Hunt? I think that's what not Wesley Hunt. Whatever that white that guy that Mayo likes. That's I think it's New Jersey or one of those places. Shut up. Yeah, that was right off the bat stupid. But he says he's a prince of Pan-Africanism. So I'll give DL Hughley that one. He does say that dumb shit.
Let's talk about Dr. Umar.
No, not this time.
He's not voting for anybody.
He don't vote for anybody. He's just stupid. Like he is.
Well, a vote.
Even Dr. Panhandler or whatever his name is. He wanted to debate me about what she. I'm like, wait. First off, I'm a grown man. Why would I need to explain to another grown man why I make the decisions I make? I'm grown for real.
Because you're literally telling him what decision he should make. You're literally doing the same thing. And you say all black people should vote for this dumb bitch that ain't black. This shit crazy. This shit crazy.
Okay, Steve, DL, and Ricky. I want a debate. DL Hughley, will you debate me on your radio? Let's do the debate. If my brothers of Omega Psi Phi, who I love and respect, want to host the debate, it could be an Omega Psi Phi debate. You can have the purple and gold. I don't care who hosts. I don't care where it's host. I want Steve, Ricky, and DL on the same stage.
He said,
keep the same energy after.
He said, I want Steve, Ricky, and Bobby. No, you can't have my. Do you see this damn dog? Look at this dog. He want my apple. Look at him. That boy, that dog's something else. You can't have it. You can't have my apple, sir. He gonna fight for that apple too. If I was to get it close to him, he'll take that shit right out my hand. Well, that's a greedy ass lab right there. But yeah, what is it? Prince of Pan-Africanism wants Ricky, Bobby, and Steve.
Africans, keep the same energy. King Kong consciousness versus the kings of comedy. Will the real please stand up?
I had a really great time. A little different, from the DNC to Greensboro is a bit of a
mighty difference.
It's a little bit of a. What's up with Dr. Umar? Do you see?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, first off, I've said that dude more today than the last 20 years combined.
Yes, you have.
And he's talking about he wants to debate me or Steve or Ricky.
For what?
Why would I want to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's what I'll do, Dr. Umar. I'll debate you in the auditorium of the school you were supposed to have built with all those donations.
There you go.
Like that's what I'll
sound like you scared to me. Sound like you're scared to me. Matter of fact, it sounds like Roland Martin, because Roland Martin will not do an honest debate with someone else. He has to debate on his terms. He don't want to debate no one else with different opinions. Matter of fact, when what's that one dude who has a school? God dog. I can't remember his name. But he has his own school and he does it for the boys and shit, no matter what color they are or what race they are. But he's out there for the boys. Mr. Roland ass gazer. Roland ass gazer. His ass wouldn't debate outside of his own studio because he can't debate. These so-called smart motherfuckers can't debate to save their fucking life. They can't go ideal for ideal because they will absolutely lose.
I'll debate you in the library, or we could do it in the cafeteria. How about this? We'll debate on this school bus with the kids who are going to the school you're supposed to be built while we're listening to my show.
But look how dumb this is. Why is he so focused on something that really, at this point, it's not?
He wants to be relevant, and you know what? There are a lot of people that he could talk to. Not me. I'm not interested. I don't dislike him at all. I just don't think I don't think he's interesting. I don't think he's interesting. I think
there you go, King Randall. That's right, King Randall. That is his name. Spicy Peach. I don't know who's gay, but shit, if you yeah, I don't give a fuck if you gay, but ain't no one up here gay. It's for damn show. What up, Tip? What up, Supernova? Why do y'all use your radio voices? This is my regular voice. Sorry. Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. But DL Hughley's fucking scared to debate him, or he would do it. It's not that fucking hard. What a wrestler? That's what I'm saying. What radio voice? That shit crazy. That shit is crazy. But the thing about DL Hughley is he fucking weak. These motherfuckers weak. These motherfuckers is weak out in these streets, dog. And DL Hughley is not funny. He wasn't even a king of comedy at all. He was a backup. Get the fuck out of here.
That a man who says marry a black woman but won't politically support her is a hypocrite. I think ultimately this dude talking about he's the King Kong consciousness. Does Dr. Umar know that King Kong died grabbing a white woman? Does he know that?
Hold on to a white woman.
Yeah, he died holding on to a white woman. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, missed that one.
Yeah, he died holding on to a white woman. As a matter of fact, all he did to the black women villagers, eat them as human sacrifices. That's what they did. I think that people who just sell nothing, you know, I don't know what he does. I know he tells people what to do, for who to marry and what to do. That doesn't interest me. And I always ask him for the notion. He bags so much, his hands need to be cups. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I don't know what he does, but why would I?
I just don't understand why anybody would want to take the attention off the most important thing that we all need to be focused on. He don't need to be debating you. He don't need to be debating.
Where would we debate at?
And what you talking about?
And neither one of you are running for office.
That's
so
what
y'all
I'm
debating
saying.
for?
That's my total point.
There's so many other doctors. I like to talk to Dr. Lavin before I like to talk to him. I like to talk to Dr. J. I like to talk to Dr. Dre. I like to talk to Dr. Pepper. I like to talk to Dr. Scholes before I talk to Dr. Umar.
You just showing how scared you are to debate him. I'm sorry. Obviously, you can't handle your own. I mean, you tell these sorry, stale ass jokes that only people on your radio shows think that they're funny. I'd like to talk to Dr. Scholes and Dr. Pepper before I talk to you. No, nigga. Ideal for ideal, bar for bar, debate them. You got a whole platform where you can motherfucking actually have it in your advantage. But again, that's what happened when you got brokety broke against blackety black. Insane. What up, white woman? But yeah, this shit.
It's ridiculous.
Dr.
Do
Pepper.
that. Yeah, I don't care. Do that to somebody else. I'm not interested in that. I think it's hypocritical. You tell
Dr. Seuss on line 1.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about what you say. I don't listen to you. I don't. And you take yourself so seriously. I don't get it. So this is a thing. Why do you think? And I don't think there are a lot, but why do you think that there are some black men who just seem to despise Kamala Harris?
Mm.
You know, I mean, I certainly don't think it's a lot, and I don't think it's a pervasive. But the people who do it are loud. You know what I mean?
I do.
Why do you think it is they don't like her?
because she's not black, and the only reason why you're telling people to vote for her is because she's so-called black. She has no idea of how she wants to move this country forward. Matter of fact, your dumbass is the one that's trying to push herself forward. Instead, she pushed these policies out here that she didn't push out. She's just crazy. What up, John the Baptist? What up, Kai and Mayo? How y'all all doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up, fam?
What's up?
Hey, people.
I mean, has this guy never seen a grifter before?
I guess not. I mean, he
I
is
mean-
one of them, though.
Oh, I guarantee DL Hughley's getting paid by the DNC.
Absolutely.
Either that or they got pictures of him touching some boy somewhere, peeing on some kid.
Okay. John the Baptist, do you find DL Hughley funny?
I never have. I've never liked him as a comedian because all this, even when he was doing the BET and those other programs they had going back in the early 2000s, all he did was pick people out of the crowd just to insult. I never thought he could write a joke, and then the insults wasn't even funny. Yeah, so no, I've never liked him as a comedian. And I listened to his radio show for a minute, but then but his radio show was just the same old blah blah. He don't really have any substance of what he believes in. He just it's I don't know. I can't. It's like he has no logic behind his points, things they believe in. This is how he emotionally feels. He emotionally babbles about what he want to talk about.
Damn.
Can he get you riled? Can he get you riled up? Yes, but it's strictly emotion. No substance, no substance at all to it at all.
So why do you think that black men don't like Kamala Harris?
I can tell you why I don't like her is because to me, when I first heard about her is when she was doing the Judge Kavanaugh situation, whatever that process called, and then she ran for that same year. She ran for president. And I started looking up her information about her, and that's when I first found out about her and the work that guy that she had in prison, locked up in life in prison, and some of the things that she fought. Just like that, she's for gay rights, she's for deleting babies, and all that stuff. When I started hearing about her record, it's like, nah, you can't really go for her. And then when old girl destroyed on the debate stage, and she couldn't answer none of those questions, I'm like, nah, like, no, I can't remember her name, but yeah, I just couldn't. There was no reason to ever vote for her. Period. Which why she never made it past. I think she only lasted like a couple of weeks anyway before she was kicked out of.
She dropped herself. So why you gotta make it about color? I'm not making it about color. I was just listening with the question that he asked because that was the question that
D.L. Hughley said.
He asked. Yes.
Yeah. I think any black man that votes for her doesn't mind being emasculated.
Massively.
Emasculated.
He surely doesn't mind being emasculated. Yeah. I think, me personally, DL, he's one of the weakest black men I've seen, with no jokes. His jokes are horrible. Mayo, since you're a white guy, why do you Kamala Harris so much?
Because she's to the left of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren.
That's pretty decisive.
It's very accurate too.
Yeah, it is. And then I could just never vote for a woman president, period.
And I think Tim Walz is worse than she is. How can you be more left than she is?
He's just a freaking moron, dude.
Yeah. All right. Let me.
I mean, where did he go to work immediately after graduating college, Tom?
I thought he went there.
Where, sir? You keep breaking up, sir.
Oh shit. It's actually stupid. I went into the Air Force, but
Yeah, you sound terrible, Tom. I ain't know if that was me or you, but you sound terrible.
Shit.
You're Borging, sir.
Yes. No, sir. He went to teach in communist China immediately after college.
Oh, you school.
You got no sound, Tom.
All right, am I back? Okay, there we go. I'm back. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yes.
All right, cool. No, you said after high school. That's why I wasn't sure.
Oh, sorry.
But I know after college he went to Communist China, and throughout his military career, he said if only that we can adopt if only we can adopt communist China's not communist China. We said if only America can adopt China's policies, their country would be a lot better. I said, wow, that's amazing.
That's a full-blown communist. Yeah, that's a full-blown communist.
And he was in our military at the same time. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. But no, I thought it was ridiculous. But you know what can you say about these people? As I said, he's to the left of her. And like I said, she had the opportunity to pick a black man or a black woman to run with her, because they're always bringing it back to the fucking blackness. She had the opportunity to pick someone that was black, and she decided not to. Literally decided not to. So you got to act. He gonna say,
well, the DNC had a chance to pick somebody who was black.
Absolutely, because we don't forget that there's still Cornel West out there who's running for president. So, and he's fully black American. He may be
but he's also just to the left of Kamala Harris. So
that's a fact. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about just black on paper. So if you want someone black, he's literally black and was born in America and spent all of his life in America. So you can't get any blacker than he is. What's up, Smitty? All right, let's listen to some more of his bullshit.
I think, first of all,
come on, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the people, and you can weigh in later.
You better ease back.
So that's what you spoke. That's why I can see why. I can see why people don't like it. I can see why. So, 877-242-2426. Why do you think that so many?
Also, hit us up on Twitter at DL Hughley Radio or on Facebook, The DL Hughley Show, and the website is the DLHughleyShow.com. All right. Thank you for your patience.
Have you noticed that though? Is it just me? This time it's not just you. I really do notice it.
Like Dr. Umar, I want to debate you first off.
Oh, look at that, 2 doctors debating.
He's Pan-African, but he begs so much he should be a panhandler. What the hell he is?
Oh my God.
Begging ass. I said, we'll debate in the auditorium of the school you built. Why would I debate you? Why would I want you on my platform? Why do you think I've never invited you on my platform?
Oh, so
you would like, it's 6 other doctors. I like Dr. Lavin, Dr. J, Dr. Dre, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Scholes, and Dr.
Dude, you already said that. It wasn't funny the first time. The only people that laugh is the people that you pay. It's not funny. You just look fucking scared, and these motherfuckers weak. All them motherfuckers in that bitch is weak. All of them. Every last one of them. Let me change it. Shit. Oh, wrestler, you're here. You're on the panel. What's going on, my good sir? Oh, and Beasley's here. Yeah, my shit was lagging like a bitch.
Yes, it was, sir.
I didn't even see Beasley come up. Why do you think black men don't like Kamala Harris, sir?
So I'm up first.
It don't matter.
Because we are not the boomers, and a lot of millennials like myself and even Gen Z don't have shit. And then when we look at social media, we're not getting our news from the traditional media. So we ain't stupid, and we're looking at what we are getting from it. What the fuck are we getting out of it? It's not that we hate her, it's that what the fuck are we getting out of it other than why should we vote for her? Oh, because she's so-called black. I'm like, that's not enough. You know, gas is too goddamn high, and even not just a black thing. This is everybody. Gas is too damn high. Inflation like a motherfucker. It's costing $300 just to get a fucking loaf of bread and some eggs. Okay. The biggest thing is home ownership, and a lot of us can't even really do that without any problem. So yeah, it's like, it's not that we hate her. It's like, what the fuck are we getting out of it other than she's black?
Okay,
that's it.
Cool. But I want you to notice something. Over the past week, gas have gone down, trickling ever so slightly, and now here in Florida, one of my gas stations that I normally go to, where I go get my gas, is at $2.99. No, $2.94. $2.94. I'm sorry, $2.94. And I said, if they can keep it underneath $3, she'll get reelected. Because I'm gonna tell you why she will. Black people only gauge the economy based off of gas prices, sir. Not necessarily food.
Yeah, but she can't really control gas prices because she can't control what's going on in the Middle East.
I hear what you're saying. That's cool and all. But the gauge of most people is how much money how much it is to fill up their vehicle. That way it can go to work. Not based off, it is based off food. Don't get me wrong. It is based off food. But right now she's in office, so it's gonna make them look very, very good. So that's what I'm saying. If they can keep it underneath underneath $3 until election, oh, she's winning. Mark my words. I'm telling you right now. Look, Ron said 288 where he's at. See? Telling you. But Wrestler, why do you think black men don't like Kamala Harris?
I think because not every black man has pledged allegiance to the black national anthem.
I thought it was the black woman is God. That's what I thought.
No, the black national anthem is just as bad.
Mayo, ain't it in the Mideast's best interest to keep her at? Good question. No. Biden dropped the prices by releasing extra barrels for these designated weeks. Did he?
Oh, and he's going to talk the Fed into dropping rates too. This is standard pre-election behavior.
I'm telling you, sir. Y'all don't think it's a game. It's a game. And the thing about it is, black people don't know the game. You know what my father said to me today, Mayo?
What, sir?
My dad told me I need to subscribe to Roland Martin and get to know my brothers and sisters.
Did you show your dad that video of Roland Martin's gay porn?
I did.
and what is his opinion now?
He said fake news.
I expected that. Yeah, I expected that.
It's not.
Hold on. What are we talking about? Roland Martin gay porn?
Oh, you ain't heard, sir?
No, you didn't hear about that?
No, I don't watch the news.
Oh, okay, well,
on social media.
It was not in the news, sir. It was
on social media.
Twitter's better than the news.
Yeah. So,
but real quick, Tom. But this is the shit that I'm talking about. It's like, okay, dangle in the carrot. Like, how long we gonna fall for this shit? Gas prices are low.
Here's the problem: boomers who are not dead yet, they're still around. They still believe in government. I told my dad, I think old people, even though they say they hate the government, they absolutely want the government to dictate their everyday life. And I think it's true. I mean, the more I look at it, I can only look at this and say, these boomers want this to be this way. I'm not going to say Gen X, but I'm damn sure going to say boomers. Boomers really want to be governed by the government.
And there's so
they want big daddy government.
They
want big daddy government. They take all their decisions for them.
Absolutely. And I don't understand it. I'm like, how is it that my dad hates the government. He hates the police when it comes to. He says he told me today, and every time I usually talk to him, is that black people are the most marginalized people in America. If that was true, then white people will feel free to call you a nigger anytime they want to, and they don't.
Well, and so why does he want to upkeep the government that allows his beliefs to be the way they are?
Dude,
fear of what the change of that will be. Fear of something that could possibly be better.
It's crazy, and
not really the fact that it'll change and nothing be different.
Now, my dad took 5 COVID shots. Now, when Trump was got it approved, he was, I'm not taking that shot. I'm not taking. Blah, 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 blah. As soon as motherfucking Biden got in, he was the first one to sign up, and then after that, subsequently, he took 4 more shots.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy. Because it could have been the very thing that messed up Biden the way he is now.
And I told him, so I look at him, I was like, Dad, now you understand that all the research that's coming out is showing the same shit that's happening to you, sir, with the heart palpitations and all that extra shit that's just going on with you.
Oh, Tom. Oh. Those fibrin clots that we saw, 2 years ago?
Absolutely. What up, badass thing?
Did they finally admitted to those?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy because like you only needed the initial shot. Why did you turn around and get the extra? No one asked you to do so.
Well, yes, they did.
He was scared.
Yes, they did.
Every job I worked on said that you needed to have only the first and the second. They didn't say anything that you had to take boosters. Like
they didn't say they had to.
Like
but
there was no job that required you to take boosters. So why do it? That means you volunteered.
Yeah. So he took it as I didn't get COVID because I took these shots. Listen, the way to a boomer's heart is fear. Think about that shit. I'm telling you, my dad was scared to death of motherfucking COVID. He wanted me. Now that my mom listened to me, and I was like, listen, they have not tested this shot on anybody but humans. They didn't go through the same trials that they had to. And now they admit that they didn't go through the same trials that they're supposed to. And he was like, I don't care. You need to get your mom to take this shot. No, I'm going to tell her like I told you. They didn't test no one. Why the fuck will you be the lab rat? Are you crazy? Ain't no way in hell I'm alive. Well, you caught COVID. Yes, I caught a cold. You're absolutely right. I caught a cold. I did.
Well, Tom, also, I'm sure your dad's probably not very social.
It depends. No, not really. Not really.
So of course he didn't get it. You literally have to interact very closely with other people.
Well,
in tight spaces.
Yeah, but he was a truck driver then, so he didn't technically, because he didn't offload anything. So you're right, he still wasn't around a lot of people.
Exactly, and if he was, it was probably outside or in large indoor spaces, not small.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. These things I try to explain to him. I'm just like, Dad, you know what? I'm not gonna keep off. I mean, you know how many things that you send me about COVID, and I send him stuff about COVID all the time. I'm like, dude, just do the research is out there for you. I'm literally giving it to you. This is not me saying it. I did not do not one test. Not one did I fucking do. So it's not me doing this. This is not me saying this. But if it comes from me because I'm younger than he is, and I don't think like he does, I'm being a troll. I'm spreading propaganda. I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's that whole mentality of the boomers. Is no one is as smart as they are, even though these motherfuckers are dumb. It's crazy to me, but but I think, like I said, fear is what's going to continue to get these people the way they are, and giving them ease in the market as far as gas prices is literally how they see the economy going. Because I'm telling you, most of them don't do anything but besides gas. Because most of them are still working.
They're all on 20 pills a day of some fucking prescription.
Yeah,
so they're voting off of the Medicare issue, period.
Yeah. It's a good thing for Democrats is they're good at fear-based messaging. They're very good at that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
This guy's or person is gonna take this away from you, and then it's like I remember watching, like, it was when Obama and Romney was running. I was like, and I'm watching everybody's ad campaign. I said, you're so busy, even Republicans, you're so busy telling me what the other person is gonna do that's negative. What the fuck are you gonna do that's positive?
All right, John.
Like, I got annoyed with this.
John Baptist, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, watch the screen, good sir.
We got Fat Boy.
About your opponent, Donald Trump. I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
Oh!
About your opponent, Donald Trump.
See it, John?
I was a
little bit. He's ass gazing. It's okay. It happens to the best of them. Shit me. You got their ass gazing. I was calling my dad. I said, Dad, let me find out you out there ass and dick gazing, sir. Woo wee. I said, I know how you Democrats do. And Mayo, I have a question. What is it with old men that want to talk about goddamn abortion rights? That shit kills me. I don't understand that.
Because mostly their financial lives were saved by abortion in the 60s and early 70s.
Damn.
I didn't even think about it like that, but
all that free love fucking they was doing.
Yep.
You may be right about that.
Damn.
And an abortion was like $75 to $100.
Elder Tom, you never put that together?
No, because
even I didn't think about that one.
I think that
that
is weak.
I figured that shit out in high school, bro. Like, just realizing they boomers are the ones fucked everything up.
Well, I understand they fucked everything up. That's not. I got that part, but I didn't think about the whole.
That they're grateful, so that's why they support it.
The peace, love, free love, this folks smoke weed and coke and fuck everything.
The only thing that stopped that whole getting ass all the time movement was AIDS.
The AIDS epidemic. That's what stopped that shit. I was just gonna say that, Mayo.
The funny part about this is that you didn't even need that to happen because it was going to happen anyway. That's what they wanted back in the 50s and 60s. They wanted women to have that right to do that. So Tom didn't have to figure it out. It was already understood.
Look at mama.
That was the whole point.
Look at mama. If you're a boomer, mama, you're the late tail end of boomers. Stop it.
You the boomer that did what the fuck you were supposed to do, mama. You took advantage of what the greatest generation and the silent generation did, and did what you're supposed to do with it. I'm pretty sure when you pass on, your kids still gonna have all their stuff. They ain't gonna lose none of their land. If you got any businesses or any money, your kids gonna inherit that shit same way you did. They got skills from you.
Well,
they got how
tax might be a difference. Yo, that shit is a little scary, huh? Oh, it's only gonna affect the multi-million, 100 millionaires. Yeah, all right, bitch. I don't trust you, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how it always starts, Tom.
I know.
And then that $400,000 goes down to $250. and that 250 go down to 125. Next thing you know, that shit's sitting at 75, and that's going to be net worth, not income.
Remember if you really think about the history of taxes, I was listening to someone talk about it, is that even paying taxes wasn't even supposed to be for people who were poor. It was supposed to be,
for the rich.
$65,000 and up.
Yep. Then which what? World War II happened, and they said, and we got to fund this war, so we're gonna make everybody pay this shit. And then once the war ended, we just gonna keep the party rolling.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Dr. Seuss, like all of them. I talk to Dr. Pips. I don't care. I don't. First off, I don't like a dude who begs for a living. Like everything is a donation. You can call it a donation if you want to, but beg for a living. Then you have the nerves. You'll tell black men to marry black women, but not to vote for them.
It's not begging. Asking for donations is not begging. Fucking DL Hughley, you prick. Because if that's the case, then asking people to support your fucking show is begging, bitch. Fuck off here with that shit. Just because you fucking old guard I'm so sick of you Hollywood pricks. Fuck you. I hope you never sell out again, bitch.
Damn, what is this nigga mad today?
I didn't know Beach.
Bitch.
Supported Dr. Omar.
No, it's the whole because he's doing that. He's doing that because how did Umar get popular? He got popular through social media. And so it's the fucking old ass Hollywood people pissed off that the social media people are whooping their ass to do what they can do better. Because I guarantee you, Umar's fucking YouTube channel and his shit on social media probably gets way more views than fucking DL Hughley shit on radio station. Because who the fuck listens to radio anymore? Nobody.
Yeah, not too many. Well, he's on iHeart Nation or whatever the fuck.
Man, who the fuck is listening to iHeart Nation? Come on, man. Like really? These kids, especially these young kids, they on YouTube. They not listening to this shit no more. So fuck. That's why he's saying that. Oh, he's asking for support. And bitch, did you support him? Where were you at?
He has 60 million views. It's just what he says.
Yeah. Who did you support him? Because you talking all this shit. But you ain't donated to him, so how the fuck are you going to talk about it?
The two biggest ones right now is YouTube and TikTok. That's absolutely correct.
Because Umar originally, when he first started, he was for really helping black boys. So of course, people forget that's what his whole messaging was. He was about helping. When he wore a suit and tie. And he talked about he was a legit school psychologist and he worked in the schools.
Yeah. But you know what his problem is? I'm going to tell you what Umar's problem is. He ain't started that school yet and it's been almost 15 years.
Yep. And that's what killed him.
That's his only problem with people have with him is they call him a pander because he's had enough money to start a school.
Mm-hmm.
King Randall got his school up and running in 2 years.
With no help from very few people.
Nope. Yep, you're right.
That's Dr. Umar's problem. I have nothing wrong with what he says. He's going to say what he says because everyone has their grift. That's his grift or whatever he wants to do with boys. I think it's a commendable thing because these motherfuckers get on my goddamn nerves and I coach these stars. Yeah, I as much as I talk bad about these, I love coaching these kids, right? And it's a gift that you got to have to want to be able to pass what you know down to younger generations. And I commend him if that's what he really wants to do, but just do it. Just fucking do it. And that's his problem. King Randall got his up in 2 years. It's been almost 15 and he don't have his up and running. Or it may be 15 and he ain't got his up and running yet. He keeps saying he got the windows in, the roof's been done, they painted it and shit.
Yeah, that roof's already ready for replacement since it's been done.
Yeah. What up, LA?
What up, Lou Spoon, rest of the crew?
You been drinking?
No, you said that.
I was asking because it sounds like you've been drinking.
You're slurring your words, sir.
Yeah, you sound a little nasally, nigga.
It's probably my allergies, but football on, so happy camper.
Okay. Why do you don't think black people like Kamala? Black men like Kamala Harris, good sir?
Why do I think, or why they don't like her?
Well, whatever your reasoning is, go ahead, pick one.
Why they don't like Kamala? She's unlikable. She like Hillary. She like a black Hillary Clinton. She's just not a likable person. And I think if I can give a second one, because she's married to a white man.
No, she's married. No.
Come on, dude. Whatever. You know how they see it.
He's a Jew.
You know how it don't matter. You know how they gonna see it. You got that white skin.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
Yeah, so she's gonna turn a lot of people. But this ain't helping. DL, like this shit they keep doing, where they tell them you should vote for her because she's a black woman, is just fucking irritating. And the only thing they doing is turn more people off. Because DL, whose side you gonna take on this great debate? Because this is the thing: the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Umar is my Philly brother that's retarded. But D.L. Hughley is a straight sucker. But he want black dudes to fall in line with the JFC. So at that pace, do you ride with Dr. Umar, who's a fucking idiot?
Absolutely.
Well, what was D.L. Hughley's viewership before the DNC?
Decent views.
Who got numbers?
I mean, he got all these goddamn liberal cucks.
Yeah, the black women on his team.
Black women. He got motherfucking old black sorry ass men that want to listen to this non-joke having ass motherfucker who think they think he's funny and niggas not funny. Let's listen to him say something about Dr. Pip again.
That's and then he's talking about he's the King Kong. Don't you know King Kong loved white women? Didn't he?
Died, Jake. Come on, man.
How many times have he said that dumb shit since we've been listening? It's only been 6 minutes. He said it 4 times.
Oh, he's from California too, ain't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's from LA.
He's from California. That's why he's rocking with her too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that could be it too. But
He a black elite, so they got to stick together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a black elite. Yeah, you're right. But he's also from California. He's
also a useful idiot. Remember, you gave us the rules.
Oh yeah, but he also the
useful idiot part. That's down packed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's continue. The downfall.
He ate the black villagers. He ate them out and spit their clothes out. He did. All right.
Got a wife with chased to New York and got killed. And that's the truth. Wasn't more, but you was there.
He shot him out the entire Empire State, but he still didn't let that white woman go.
I'm telling you.
Made sure she lived.
He bunny her for your ass.
D.L. Hughley, you accepted my challenge.
Shit had me dying.
You accepted my challenge, sir.
Oh my God.
You accepted my challenge, King. You said you will debate me on condition that it takes place at the Most Honorable Frederick Douglass and Most Honorable Marcus Garvey Academy. You said in the auditorium. Well, guess what, sir? The gymnatorium has been completely renovated since 2021. The gymnatorium of FDMG has been completely renovated since 2021.
What the
fuck is the gymnatorium?
What does the renovation status have to do with the debate?
Oh my God.
What the fuck is that? I've never heard of that before, ever.
Because DL said he'll debate him at his school. And he said, well, the school is open, so let's go.
Do it at his gym. Here's the problem. Nigga, how big is this school? Because y'all been doing this for 15 years, nigga. This school got to be 20 motherfucking 5,000 square feet, 17 buildings, upstairs, downstairs.
Dr. Umar is top 5 funniest dudes who don't even try to be funny. Because he did that serious on this one. He's not even trying to be funny. He is top 5 in history.
That is new. That is the newest shit.
Background music. This nigga coming out the Undertaker music. This
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He said, you accepted my challenge, homie. You accepted my challenge. Don't back out.
Yo, he was dead on. Yo, he was dead on some card capture shit. Like he was like, "You got my trap card, sir. The Notorium is good."
And the crazy thing is, you know what? I actually want to see the shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You accepted my challenge, sir.
The trap card.
You accepted my challenge, King.
That's all Umar needed
You
was
said
to say.
you will debate me on condition that it takes place at the most honorable Frederick Douglass and most honorable Marcus Garvey Academy. You said
That is
in
dead. The Undertaker
auditorium.
music.
Well, guess what, sir? The Gymnatorium has been completely renovated since 2021. The Gymnatorium of FDMG has been completely renovated since 2021. DL Hughley.
I don't know.
We are ready. The Gymnatorium is ready, sir.
The Gymnatorium.
DL Hughley, we need a date. We are ready for you, sir. Wilmington, Delaware. Kings of Comedy versus King Kong Consciousness. You can't back out now. You belong to a fraternity of men. No chickening out now, DL Hughley.
So why do you think it is
This nigga
that
is insane.
Yo,
I want the debate. No, I actually want this fucking debate to happen. No, fuck that. I'm tired of these fucking people that get up here and act like they know politics. Get your ass up there and debate the shit. Fuck this shit. Don't get on your platform and
Don't nobody want to see that debate, beef.
no, I do because because I'm tired of these fucking celebrities that talk all this shit and then everybody gets fucked over in the end because most people still listen to them and act like they know what the fuck they talking about. No, get your ass up there and argue the position. If you think you know so goddamn much, go ahead, argue this shit.
Beef, you think either one of them really gonna have a good debate?
Umar, probably. I believe Umar will.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think that DL is that smart at all.
Yeah, I think Umar. I don't think it'll be a good debate, but it would highlight the fact that it would actually show more that DL knows less of what the fuck he's talking about as opposed to Umar.
Nobody's shocked that Umar would know more than DL. But who think
you'd be surprised,
Umar,
bro?
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised, John. I'm telling you, John. They don't, how long have they questioned Umar's credentials? They've been questioning his credentials.
Well, that's one. That's one. But that's one. Number two. But number two, because DL has been in circles, like being able to be close to quote politicians and presidents and such, which is why they think that he's smart, not because he actually did any fucking thing.
Yeah,
but Rose, they always let jokers around the king. What are we doing here?
But John, how many
that lends
people
credibility.
know that?
That lends credibility. Because again, if you're a dumb person in a squad of smart people, people assume by association that you're smart.
Yeah, if you don't talk. But DL's been talking for too long.
But he gets people to follow him. Why? Because he can say, I have the ear of people that you don't, which means I'm smart.
I'll give you that. He got the ear to dumb people. I got you.
Yeah, that's the only reason why, and that's the only reason why I would say I would want this to happen. And while Tom just said he's ducking them. I said, nah, dude, if you really believe what you say and you know your shit when it comes to politics, stand on that shit and debate him. If you think Umar is that much of a joke, then what you say, I'd rather debate Dr. J or Dr. Pepper. Okay, motherfucker, step into the arena, show what you got.
I didn't mean.
I agree, Beasley.
Well, and sadly, comedians get a pass for most people.
Well, the thing about it is, he won't be able to fall behind his fucking fake ass goddamn laughs. That's crazy. I mean, jokes. His jokes are trash. No one thinks he's fucking. I haven't found him funny ever. I mean, absolutely ever. I've never thought DL Hughley was funny.
You took the bait, King. You took the bait, King. See, that's the problem. You took the bait, Tom. He baited you. He got you.
Shit. What are you talking about?
He got you. You took the bait. You took the bait. He don't want you to think he's funny. You took the bait.
Yeah, he ain't funny.
Yeah, he sold thousands of tickets, hoping not to be funny.
Mayo's right. They're gonna give him a pass because, quote, he's a comedian, but it's the other comedians, especially of this age, that should be ragging on him to make sure that he takes that shit. Starting with his man Steve.
They won't. Come on, man. These comedians not comedians no more. They shields for the Democratic Party.
I won't say that about Cat Williams, and I won't say that about Dave Chappelle. They will definitely rag on him.
But they coming. Hold on, Dave Chappelle is a liberal when he want to be too. Cat Williams, I give him that. It's all about the pure. It's all about the pure comedy. But Dave got his points. He just talk about the gimmick community a lot. But trust me, it's not about pure jokes anymore. Because if you look at these cats, all they do is just talk about one side. It's not about the art form. That's why I respect them.
Well, no, it's okay. See, now, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say about Dave. Dave is actually funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Matter of fact, he's still a liberal. Not only funny, he's intelligent and funny.
Listen,
but he's still a liberal.
It's just like saying wrestler don't know.
Yeah, he is a liberal. I'm not a liberal,
but he's still liberal. And I was wondering.
Wait, what? I didn't even hear that shit. Wait, what?
The magic that OG scared to talk about baby Cam. I want y'all to know that. That's what the 8 Ball. Yes, wrestler's real liberal out here in these streets. But he knows how to control his temper. You know what I'm saying?
You took the bait, son.
You took the bait, King?
You took the bait.
You took the bait, King.
Men, some black men. And I think a pretty good amount. But I don't think it's high percentages.
No, it's not.
But they're very loud. When they say, what has she done for black people? Like I heard Jermaine Dupri, he wasn't trying to be, but he's like, why did she do what she enough? Don't you understand she has Vice in front of her name? You can't be that stupid. Are you that?
I know you're that stupid.
I know you're so different, not so dumb. It's like, were you stupid? Well, like
she was an attorney general. She was an attorney general for Florida, for California.
Yeah, pretend to not.
This man is absolutely a fucking idiot. But yes, she was,
especially since she has the deciding vote in the Senate right now.
And she literally was the border czar who let all them damn immigrants over. Like, it's amazing how just ignorant some niggas are. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's actually amusing to see at this point because you just want to see how far they're going to cape for the JFC. It's really amusing. I just sit back and watch now because you want to see how far they go.
Hey, white lady was surrounded by him tonight, boy. She was surrounded by JFC members, associates, not just associates. She,
I did a show on those bitches today.
She said they're all fat. They're all fat.
Oh yeah.
So the vice president has zero influence. That's what I'm saying. She does. She has a lot of influence. Not only that, when she was in California, she had so much influence that she got them Asians a lot of money. She got Asians out there a lot of money. I wish I had that fucking goddamn video of that where she got businesses for Asian companies, but not business money for black businesses. It's crazy how that works. And then she said she's not gonna do nothing for the blacks. I know I have that video, but I'm not gonna dig it up. I mean, it was said that she's not gonna do nothing for the blacks unless it has something to do with everyone, that's literally how black people are to jump off for every other community. And I will say that's true. That's true. I would love to see Umar debate Cat Williams. Interesting. I would want to see some of these stupid ass goddamn celebrities debate each other. I think that would be a entertaining foot.
Like, well, I give you one debate where I would give one celebrity their props. Fucking Alyssa Milano when she had that so quasi conversation and debate with Ted Cruz about gun control. Like I said, well, damn, that's the first fucking celebrity I actually see go.
You thought that was
No. I give her props because you don't see that shit. How often do you see left wing people go sit down and have these debates with right wings? Most of them are too chicken shit.
Propaganda, but it didn't work out in their fucking favor at all.
That's my point.
But at least she had the balls to get up there and do it.
Yeah. Most of them don't.
That's true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. That's
it made her look stupid and hypocritical because you find out, she has done.
You see, she ain't been saying shit in the last couple of years.
Leave sexy ass alone. Y'all out your mind talking about that.
You seen that ugly ass bitch today? Well,
today, but shit, back in the day, God damn.
Man, you do anything for some white pussy. I know. Look at you.
And look at that. This the popcorn.
You talking about who's the boss? You want a girl from who's the boss?
Yeah, listen Milano.
Yeah, look at you, sir. I told you.
You can't tell Charm the Alyssa Milano wasn't gorgeous, cuz.
I can't say none of that.
Nobody said she wasn't.
That bitch was on another level.
Oh no. I mean, great tits are one thing. Intelligence is another.
Yeah. She's intelligent too. Y'all leave her alone.
Yeah, all right, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
With GD and I know civics. Is Mike Pence responsible for Trump storming the Capitol? No.
Right. But I think the difference is, even though you have a GED, you also are curious about how things work. So you were like, you said to me, you decided to read, obviously, once you got out of school, but you said
you had to do that. That's why people don't like yo. That's exactly that thing right there.
Anyway, the point is you have a natural curiosity to see how things work. Yes. You want to know what's going on in the world. These people don't know anything about civics, political science. They don't know how the system works, and they don't care. So
fuckers weak. Fuckers weak.
Didn't he say?
Fuckers weak.
That nigga love
Didn't he say that Kamala challenged him to look into her record, and he didn't do it until then?
Yes, he did.
So where's his natural curiosity in that?
Wait. I don't know, man.
I mean, this shit's a joke, dude.
Yeah. What's the dude named Tommy Sotomayor was on what the hell is that black
Tommy Sotomayor, sir. Get the name.
I don't give a fuck. He took my fat bitch from me. I ain't forgive him yet.
Shit. LA. Here we go. Here we go.
He took my fat bitch from me.
It was never yours. It was just your turn. Stop it.
LA, are you weak? Are you far from your microphone, LA?
I'm on my headphones. I'm watching football, sir.
Your headphones are not connected right, sir.
Well, y'all just need to shut the fuck up and listen to what a black man say.
Nah, you
how about that?
Mic. You sound retarded.
So I sound like you.
Yes, sir.
I sound like John the Baptist.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hold on. What we doing here? What you
Anyway, Tommy Sotomayor was on Sarnetta's show today.
I thought my mic was better.
No, sir.
It is, but not right now.
So he was talking about they was talking about Trump, and they had all the blackity blacks on there, and this blackity black was caping for the JFC so hard. Oh my God, this shit was ridiculous. I had to turn it off. Maybe we should watch it later on. I don't know if y'all know
who was caping for the.
It was a blackity black on Sarnetta's show. It was one of them. You know who Sarnetta is, right, Beasley?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find the show. I'll send it to you.
Man, listen. This shit is killing me.
They get on social media, they rip headlines, and they run with it, and they add their own spite and salt to it.
And who are these darks that call somebody else yo sell out yo on the plantation when you push for a white dude? I'm with the sister, but just come on now.
Are you still talking about Dr. Umar?
No, not this time.
He's not voting for anybody.
He don't vote for anybody. He's just stupid. He is.
Well, a vote, if you don't vote at all.
This nigga said he's just stupid, he's just dumb. But this nigga just said the most idiotic thing.
And then again, going back to kind of what I said with Umar's credentials, he worked in the public school system. So what the fuck is stupid about him? He would actually kind of have a little bit more insight to the way politics plays a part into your everyday life, especially on a local level. That's why I say you go ahead, DL. If you think you got it, step your ass up and accept the challenge.
Damn, StreamYard really made these changes. I put it in the back.
Yeah, they did make a lot of changes, which is weird.
I like this dark mode.
I don't like the dark. Dark mode is getting on my fucking nerves because I can't see when I'm on my phone, especially when the light.
Oh, you do that? You don't know who Michi X is, man?
Oh, I know who Michi X is.
You're still voting for Trump.
But yeah, it's the same thing.
So that's extra stupid.
It's all these people who think nothing, and they want to sound smart doing it. There's all this, this like it's like voting purgatory. Like I'm not, and it's not even just black men. I think it's Latin. It's more pervasive now because they're on our algorithms. You're from a land far, far away called Nashville. Moy, but what? Oh, you can't hear him. Huh?
I'm sorry.
You can't hear him. It's like UNICEF. What are you saying?
So there's a couple of things. When it comes to what I hear about her is, I can't be led by another woman, but especially a black woman. This is coming from black dudes. This is coming from people I know. Also because
Absolutely. And all of you weak ass, these motherfucking weak black men out there, y'all are some dick, to include my father, y'all some dick goblin ass gazers. Fags.
Damn.
I cannot and will not ever.
Tom, what are they, Tom? Hit the soundbite. What are they?
These motherfuckers weak than a motherfucker. Stupid
Hey, LA.
Yes, sir. Stupid
LA,
motherfucker.
did you hear who Tom's father told him to listen to so he could reacquaint himself with the community?
Oh,
Frederick Douglass.
No, my
No,
dad.
sir.
Yeah, I know. Who did he say you listen to? Frederick Douglass?
No, he told me I need to
Rump shake.
subscribe to Roland Martin.
Oh my God! Hell no! You gonna look at booty like him?
He said you need to subscribe to Roland Martin and get to know your your brothers and your sisters. I said, bitch, you kill yourself.
What he say about Roland Martin looking at booty, men's booty?
That
Fake
was
news.
fake news, sir.
Okay.
Why he don't believe it? I can tell you why. Stupid motherfucker. You're a stupid motherfucker.
Tom, you love them sound bites, son.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, man, okay, I'm gonna make some more. Goddamn, I'm gonna have nothing but me on this bitch. Arms hurt. Shut up, woman. You already talking.
I'm misogynist, and I believe that, and I like massages.
No, but also too, it goes back to the fact of if you're not knowledgeable and haven't done the research, it looks as though she hasn't been in the picture. It's just been Biden. You just been seeing Biden.
Here's the thing that's ironic to me: you voted for a that just was a game show host, and you on the premises of being a successful business who's lost virtually every bit. So let's not. I think I have no doubt. I have chauvinistic ways.
A little bit.
Shut up, woman.
That's perfect.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not.
That's how natural it is. That's how natural
I'm
it
not
is.
proud of it.
Oh God.
And I told you about letting him read while I'm here.
You can't read. What you talking about? What the hell?
I wonder if the men who are this loud and this vociferous in their opposition of her have daughters.
What word did he use? What the fuck did he say for sniffering?
Here we go with these $50 words.
Let's see what you're about to say about daughters.
Okay.
I'm sure they do.
Or they have sisters they love, or they have a mother they love. So I think it's very hypocritical. Then say these things about something that could be historically relevant, obviously, but tell your daughter she can be anything she wants. What do you say?
Shut the fuck
up. Don't tell your daughter she can be everything she wants. Don't tell your daughter that.
But he is 100% right saying that, because that's what we heard LA's friend say.
Shut the fuck
I won't even tell my son he can be everything he want to be.
Holy sh! I don't give a fuck if this bitch wanted to be an astronaut. I would if I had a daughter, if I had a fucking daughter, and she wanted to run for the United States of America, I'm voting for anyone else but her.
But my own daughter. And I have a daughter. And I have a daughter I would vote for.
David, you could be anything but president or leader.
No, they can't. No, you can't be anything. That's a lie. Stop telling your kids that. They can't be anything.
Listen, if Kai wanted to run for motherfucking president, I would be like, if you don't sit your cracker ass down and shut the fuck up with this bullshit.
I'm not running for president. I'm not doing it.
We're not doing it.
Honey, listen, one of them little JFC's daughters was running around the stands tonight, and she had a purple t-shirt on in gold glitter letters that said, "Never mind being a princess. I want to be the president." And I just shook my head, and I'm like, ugh. No.
Listen, I don't hate women.
No, you should have seen what I saw. Then you'd understand.
No. I don't hate women. I just don't want one leading me. I'm sorry.
They don't belong leading.
It's just these motherfuckers is weak for real, dog. I don't
hit them with the soundbite, Tom.
These motherfuckers weak. These motherfuckers is weak. God damn it, man. I mean, it's black man after black man that tells you need to make sure you vote for her. I wouldn't listen. I said I would vote for a woman eventually. I'm lying. I would not. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if she was a goddamn Republican. I can't do it. I would sit it out. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I don't know about y'all, but I just can't. I just can't. But that's just me.
Yeah.
What does that say?
What does what say?
Does Spicy Pete speak English?
Tax money pays the CEOs of the top 100 world corporations to F the Negroes that are forcing the wargation to replace you mass me's. You mass me's? Shit, I don't know. Oh.
Somebody who can read that.
I mean, I read it as good as it could be read. Motherfucker, she left motherfucking words and letters out.
Oh, okay.
Somebody who can't read needs to read that.
Okay. I ain't know if that was Tom or the post.
Shit, me. Well, let's continue.
That doesn't even make sense. And now you don't want to be so-called led by a black woman, but you call yourself a mama's boy. You've been led by a black woman. You're grown ass. Why don't you move out your mama house? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
Led by a black woman. Harriet Tubman did all right.
Yeah, how about that?
I'm so dope. I'm so dope.
Wait a fucking minute that she stole motherfucking Steele's goddamn work. What? This is niggas, man.
What is that's your mama we talking about. That's your parent. Ooh, and at some point you stop following your parents' lead. So what type of argument is that?
Ooh, that's a good thing you said. I said that shit today, dog. I said that today.
Like you don't want to be led by you're talking about your parent who for a certain period in your life is supposed to lead you because that's your fucking parent. That's their job, which is to lead you and show you what the fuck to do. Then at a certain point, they're supposed to let you lead your own life.
Absolutely.
So what the fuck do you mean?
You know how many 40-year-old men still follow their mama? What are you talking about?
A lot. Too many. Now here's the thing. Beasley, you said the exact right thing because I said that shit to my dad today. I said, Dad, you are an unpaid advisor. Whether I listen to you or not, it's up to me. I live my own life. I got my own problems. That's like me telling my kids what to do when they out of my house. They don't have to listen to nothing I motherfucking say. I can advise them to do some shit or do whatever I think it should be done. They don't have to listen to me. They're going to make their own decisions, faults, successes without me. And that's what's wrong. Why I think the boomer generation that was led by women, or not boomer generation, but the Gen X, late boomers to Gen X that were
early
led
Gen
by-
Xers, late boomers.
Yeah, these motherfuckers think that they control their kids until they die. Bitch, you crazy as cat shit, man. I got my own bills, bitch. You don't pay none of them. None of them. I ain't lived with you since I was 16. What are we doing?
Be specific. It's just the women of those generations. Men don't
No,
think like that.
no,
It's just the
sir.
women.
The men do think like that. My dad
can't agree
thinks
with
I
that.
can still.
I
Hold
can't
on,
agree.
my dad still thinks I should follow his lead. I ain't never. Listen, I love my dad to death, but I make my own goddamn decisions. I always have, even since I was a kid. I take an ass whooping before I motherfucking listen.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I want to test your logic for a second.
Go ahead.
Is it wrong for you to follow? Is it wrong for you to follow your dad? If you made a decision to follow your dad, would it be wrong?
It depends on what it is for me. It depends if it's right for my. It depends on if it's right for my scenario that's going on. I can listen if he has great advice and I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I'll take his advice. And I said he's an unpaid advisor. I mean, I do take what he says in consideration. Doesn't mean I have to follow it. It's up to me to decide if it's going to be good for my life or not. And I do the same thing for my kids.
The reason why it's a question because I know a bunch of 40-year-old men, 30, 40-year-old men who still listen to their mom, and it drives me crazy when I see it. But I don't treat dads the same way I treat moms.
No, my mom can tell me a lot of shit. I'll be like, man, if you don't shut your
Well, the difference with dad has more of a worldly experience because as a man, you kind of have to go out and get it on your own. Whereas opposed to mom, a lot of women fail to realize that you are directly or indirectly assisted and helped through life with shit.
Yeah, but
men,
I still think that with fathers too. I like what you have to say and I can take it or not. But at the same time, I want you to back the fuck off. It is my life.
But see, a father would understand that because as a man, they should.
I think Tom is right. Not all of them would, but I think, and he's right. I guess if I listen to him, those of certain generations of the boomers, certain mindset, they're gonna expect you to follow everything they say.
If you think about this right now, the chases right now, you got to have a certain amount of degrees and shit in there to be a part of their business. You have to follow them, and them motherfuckers is dead. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So I don't think it ever changes for some people. Now, mind you, I get it. You need to have something to bolster up the family, wanting to keep passing on the wealth. I get that, but god damn it, man, I ain't gotta follow your motherfucking lead, bitch. I'm grown. I want to make my own decisions, make my own fuck ups.
Well, yeah. Why should you follow somebody that failed?
Well, I ain't say he failed. I'm just saying.
No. I'm not saying your dad failed at all.
It's just
But what if they, what if they did? Should you still follow them just because they're your dad? Fuck no. You got to worry about your family.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong. Listen, my thing is I will always take, if it's reasonable, like when me and my dad have our actual real conversations, when we're not talking about politics, because politics is a big, clusterfuck in my family. When we're actually talking about shit, when it has to do with military or something like that, I handle some of my dad's shit for him right now, to this day. I have all his information. I do all his VA shit. For the most part, besides make his appointment.
But I'm like, to your question,
I like talking to him, but it has to be on a serious tip, and it has to be something that I can't figure out on my own. So that's me.
Mayo, to your question though, I want to talk about why you fail. We can talk about why you fail. That could be an important conversation.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
But why should you follow?
No, I got you.
What I mean?
Yeah. Not necessarily.
Especially as you go out into the world and you see what you didn't learn from your parents versus who and versus when you out and see somebody who does succeed and what you learn from them.
So I think most parents think, I want to say this, if they're not so the problem I have with some parents is they try to live through their kids. That to me is insane. It's fucking insane. And then they think that, no, my bad. They think that you ought to come reference them in all your endeavors. And I'm like, this doesn't work that way no more, man. It doesn't. If I looked at what you did as a young kid and said, you know what, these motherfuckers couldn't keep up with me in basic regular shit. you know,
and you're not living in their world anymore.
Hell no.
Their world's dead. How they made it or didn't make it doesn't even exist anymore.
Absolutely.
Get a job, a degree, and a job in 30 fucking years and retire. All that shit's done. And that's like I try to explain that to the last of my family is they go, what you need? I said, bro, that shit is dead. That whole job security shit is gone. Like, why are you thinking that shit's supposed to work out for me?
My whole thing, I look at that job. I tell my son now, I was like, yo, do a resume. Now, I'm gonna give you advice. Whatever job you want to pursue, make sure your resume fits in line with that fucking job description. Because that's what they're looking for. No matter, listen, I said, I can make any fucking job fit into whatever it is that they're trying to make it happen. You know why? Because there's always underlying things and words that you can use to make it fit. Like, you can do that? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you not
speak their language? Speak their language in there.
Absolutely. Have you ever did this? Absolutely, I did it. Absolutely. I did everything. What are you talking about? Because they're going to teach you their way of doing shit anyway. So I don't know. These older generations are on some dumb shit. And DL Hook is a dumbass. You need to shave that ugly ass beard off. Whatever, goatee, whatever the fuck it is.
I can see why they picked me to be talking to DNC. I'm telling you. I can see. I said, well, you know what? They went, you know what?
John, the truth is, I mean, we can go down. Amen.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Angela Davis, it's been so
because they knew you're a fucking ball gazer and a dick licker. That's all.
It isn't like we haven't been led, you know. I just don't get.
But you and I also had a conversation, and we talked about how a lot of black men, not all,
I'd say a
think
lot,
that they have been left behind, right? Because we've read these studies that talked about how black women are now the most educated, the most entrepreneurial,
loud
in terms of and economic leaders. Say it one more time.
Obnoxious.
Anyway, the point is, I guess if you're,
I don't even think they're not the most educated.
The most enrolled. They're not the most educated.
Whether they're enrolled or whether they're the most in debt. They're the most evicted. Let's go. You want to keep going for the shit. Let's keep going with it.
They're enrolled in low-paying social science jobs.
They got the most baby deletions.
Yeah, let's keep it going. They got the most of a lot of shit. That don't make them good.
Number one in a lot of categories.
They the most
and
divorced.
All of them ain't good.
They the most divorced and the longest to get married.
Well, that's because it's the attitude. I can tell you that right now.
You don't get married till you're 30. You get divorced by the time you're 32. I mean, that says a lot right there.
Damn, is that a true stat?
Nah, it's not a true stat. I
was like, damn. Damn, that's bad.
He said a 2-year margin.
God damn, 2 years? Yeah. It ain't safe out here for you niggas out here, boy. Shit. They said y'all motherfuckers is weak. For real.
Play the soundbite, Tom.
These motherfuckers weak. They telling y'all if it's a 2-year span. I know. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Them first 2 years is rough because you still getting to know each other. No matter how people think about it, you still getting to know that person by year 2, by year 3.
The concept is real though because they ought to the last to get married.
Yeah, that's true. I know that part.
And then they are. I think they had the shortest marriages for real too though. So it might not be 2 years, but I don't think it's too far off.
Probably not. But Hey, that was some funny shit.
You're looking at it and you're seeing all of these stories and you're watching all of this black girl magic, and it looks like the numbers for you are going the opposite direction. Then you see a woman who is black, who is successful, who is now ascended to not only the vice president, but now the presidential nominee. And she's married to a white dude. You're like, what
Who is
the
talking
hell?
more than me on my show? Who's doing that?
Because she's smarter.
Not even culture,
Right,
man.
here we go.
I'm
But
still
that's the
sticking
point.
to black shit.
Yeah,
you're
love
here
was
now.
love
would
in
say-
the Democrat Party.
Hey, this is downright diabolical. That's what I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Downright diabolical. These fucking females think they top shit. The fact of the matter is, she only got her position because a fucking white man said, "I'm only gonna hire a black woman as my VP." You didn't get elected. I mean, not elected. You didn't. Well, that's true. You didn't get elected, and you didn't get picked because of your accolades. They didn't pick you because of your accolades. They picked you because you were a black woman that was near him. And to not look racist.
She's not even a black woman.
Listen, no, fuck that. Let's say she is. I don't give a fuck. She black today. In a debate, you called him out for being racist. Why not hire you?
Yeah.
Why not hire you? So it makes
was
me
just about
look
to say
like I'm
that,
not racist. The fuck out of here.
She went to work for a racist.
The fact of the matter is, these motherfuckers, black people, as a collective, love to be othered, which is weird to me.
They sure do.
And they love to play second fucking fiddle.
Listen, they love that misdirection. Houdini, greatest magician. Greatest magician. That misdirection is crazy.
It's insane. Mayo, not Mayo, wrestler. It's insane, bro. I was out there looking like this. These motherfuckers don't mind being othered, and they damn sure don't mind. At least I got there. That's one thing they're gonna say. Well, at least he's up there. At least that's the bench. That's the marker. When you had a quote unquote black president before, the marker is at least I got there. At least that's what I did. Get the fuck out of here. The bench is set so low for black people, and they accept it. That's why they have things like math is racist. The English language is racist.
Reading is racist.
Reading is racist.
All the stuff
Being
that
on
helped
time, being on time for shit is racist.
all the stuff that got them out of slavery and made them productive.
Is fucking insane. And you know what? My dad is right. I do talk about niggas. I'm sorry, not niggas. I do talk about black people a lot. I'm sorry. It's just because I expect more. But as I age, these motherfuckers never disappoint me in being able to call out the niggatry and the stupidity of one set rate that want to literally stay behind everyone so they can say we're the most victimized, we're the most subjugated, we're the most that's like a badge of honor to be a fucking victim to everything. These motherfuckers weak. For real. It's crack. Basically, I'm not joking, dog. They fight to be at the bottom. How do you fight to be at the bottom?
The race to the bottom, bro.
Yeah.
Well, because then they wouldn't get all the victim shit. They wouldn't get all the special privileges and shit.
Oh, the race. I mean, the race for the bottom is atrocious, dog.
I mean, look at all the shit that they getting now. All this DEI shit we getting. I mean, hell, I mean, your fucking goofy ass Star
They're not
Wars
getting
show
anything.
got canceled, and all you can say is, "Oh, it was because of all right races." No, bitch, it's because nobody watched the fucking show.
That shit was trash.
Hey,
the power of one, the power of two, the power of what the fuck? Really? That's what you selling? Fuck out of here.
Sir, I had to cut so many white folks out today. I said, if y'all don't lick the bottom of my motherfucking ball sack and leave me the fuck alone, because I'm done with y'all motherfuckers today. It's past 3:00. I'm fucking done. And the nice album was literally before 3:00. Now you getting dickhead. Oh, I cussed out everyone that was in my wake today. Because I had to be there past 3 o'clock. This shit pissed me the fuck off. Oh, these motherfuckers up here, boy. I might get a grievance. I might get grievance because I said I ain't doing shit else. Fuck you. I'm the fuck out of here. Because you motherfuckers are stupid. I said, y'all some stupid motherfuckers. Yes, sir. And I left. I said, I swear to God, I said that shit. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. Because, man, listen, it was a bad day today. If it wasn't for my kids winning today, my boys winning today in football, this day would have been a loss. These motherfuckers was arguing in the email chain that has the directors. The directors involved in it. I said,
what?
Man.
Idiots.
That is the most unprofessional shit to do.
Motherfucker said, hold on, he said, just get it done. And the motherfucker said, you are twice my age and you acting so unprofessional. That's cute though. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Do y'all not see directors on this shit? I mean, it was like a good 15 email chain that these motherfuckers were going back and forth. I said, yeah. I mean, cuss words and all.
No.
Idiots. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
And so my boss, he's now the director of logistics and shit. So he's over everything to do with logistics. I said, you picked the right day to be absent, boy, because this shit, I mean, there was like 5 directors in on this email chain. And I said, what the fuck are y'all doing? And I'm sitting there laughing like, dog, if that was me. And then literally after I got done laughing about their situation, I'm sitting down to do these motherfuckers called me. I'm like, what the fuck you motherfuckers calling me for? Oh, and then we got a motherfucker manager who's not my manager. She's something over the warehouse or whatever. I'm like, hold on, who the fuck is you talking to? Who the fuck is, you know what? No worry, I fixed it. And I fixed it. And then the motherfucking warehouse said, oh, we're not accepting it. We're going to send this shit back. I said, no, the fuck you ain't. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, you're not going to accept it. All right, cool. Okay. I said, what do you need for me to fix this shit? What do you need for me to fix this shit? He said, I need someone to sign off on this. I'm like, okay, cool. We got these quality in our fucking warehouse. Maybe these motherfuckers will sign off on the shit. Do you think these sorry sacks took 75 steps to sign off on this shit? Absolutely not. And that's when I just blew the fuck up. Oh, I blew the fuck up. And I know it was wrong, but I didn't care. I didn't give 2 shits. I blew up. Motherfucker, get the shit. I'm all about getting the job done. It don't take a whole bunch of shit to get the shit job done. And especially when it has to go out for NASA because they literally exploded a motherfucking 24-foot goddamn valve that had to go out by tomorrow. And these motherfuckers want to play games with me. I was done. Done. Just remind me of these motherfuckers. It was like a collective of weak white men got together just to try to piss me off. I wasn't having it. And I left. I said, fuck y'all. You figure it out, bitches. Y'all can tell you can tell the motherfucking launch director that he ain't getting this shit out today. Fuck y'all. I did my job. My job is done. Fuck y'all, bitches. But that email train, I wish I can send that to y'all because that shit was hilarious. Besides me telling these motherfuckers to lick the bottom of my ball sack, it was all hilarious. It was gross, but I didn't care at the time.
I agree.
I would suggest you get this thing together.
You sound like them now. This right here, this scenario that just went down.
You sound like them.
No.
All right, we're getting to your calls in a bit. Even Dr. Panhandler or whatever his name is, he wanted to debate me about what she. I like, wait, first off, I'm a grown man. Why would I need to explain to another grown man why I make the decisions I make? I'm grown for real. Why? What is this thing I gotta? Everything she's done is available. Keith Boykins does a wonderful job breaking it all down. Do you actually think that the black farmers get that $2 billion if she's not in his ear? Do you think that HBCUs get that $16 billion if she's not in his ear? Do you think that
it
the
was
child
COVID relief funds
if she's not in his ear? Do you think lifting is?
Sir, don't get upset.
That was like they keep saying shit that they don't know about. We watched the video. How them schools look. They didn't get that fucking money. It was COVID relief funds. Just because they see a name, a title, and a bill doesn't mean all that money goes to it. Majority of that money had nothing to do with them.
Not only that, they allocated it wrong when they got the money.
They fucking retarded. Jesus Christ. I was watching a cowboy show today, and Cheyenne. I know y'all don't watch none of that shit. Maybe Mayo know what it is. Old black and white cowboy movie. And one of the episodes, he had to become a senator because one of his homies got killed and he was a senator. But anyway, they was trying to screw him over because they introduced the bill. And the bill was for Indians. But the problem is the bill stated something about Indians, but inside the bill had nothing to do with Indians. And he was trying to pass it through. So somebody told him to read the bill. And he was like, wait a minute, what? I thought this was for something else. No. Just because it has a title in it doesn't mean exactly it's for that. These people are fucking morons. And he's supposed to be talking about he knows civics. You don't know civics, you fucking mook. Damn. Jesus Christ.
Call him a mook. Nigga. Call him a mook, nigga.
Because ignorance is fucking bliss. This is crazy.
You don't think he's smart enough to figure that out, sir?
No. I want to ask these jigaboos. So what else was in the bill? Just curious to see what they know.
There's a lot of bills that was no, hold on.
It was only that one bill for that $16 billion allocated to HBCUs. What else was in that one bill? Because that wasn't just for HBCUs.
It's just like all these veterans bills the Democrats keep bitching about the Republicans not voting for. Just because it's a veterans bill doesn't mean it's good for veterans.
Absolutely not.
We've seen that time and time again.
Just because you sell drugs don't make you a drug dealer either.
That's a fact. I wish I had that drop.
Who was that? That would have been perfect time to make that drop.
Ruthless.
Does Ruthless have it?
Yeah.
Nah, it's somewhere.
Oh my God.
It's probably in
one of them
the old
shows.
streams. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 5,000 of them.
Yeah, we got a lot of fucking shows and a lot of deleted shows too. So I know I deleted a lot on here, but they're on Rumble. But still, there's a lot of deleted shows, bro.
There were things. Do you think just like Ketanji Brown Jackson changed some as mitigated some?
You don't even know what a woman is.
What the Supreme Court has done, having someone in your ear that never had thought like that before, that you're exposed to someone who never thought like that before. This man went from a black president. It was a two-term VP of a black president. He became president. He picks a VP. Now he's trying to help her become president. You don't think he learned anything in that?
No.
And there's a reason that the black poverty is at the lowest level ever. I don't really like the black unemployment rate because they say lowest unemployment rate in black unemployment rate in history, but during slavery, the unemployment rate was zero. Everybody.
It was at the low. It was at the lowest when y'all got elected.
Yeah, well, you was
it's
just
at the highest now.
This shit is weak, dog. I don't.
And that shit dropped just because of Trump's child care credits.
Correct. Yeah, it dropped. It was dropped when it was low when they first got elected because of what Trump did. Because of what Trump did, they made it go up.
Yeah, that's the child care credits that expire this year.
Yeah, they do expire this year. If they don't get signed into law, they will expire. So about time tax season come around, y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna have no child care tax credit or deduction. Keep fucking around because those shits expires, and a lot of the business ownership, tax deductions and credits are going away as well. So you might want to look into what's going to go away because it's out there. I can't verbatim off the top of my head remember them all, but I know for sure the tax credit and some of the business credits are gone, soon to expire. So, well, I gotta find out. Know what, Mayo, we gotta do it because we did it on the show before. Showed which ones are gonna expire. I'm gonna find it and do it again because this shit is actually important. Motherfuckers need to know it's coming. The tax season is upon us, baby. And a fucking government shutdown is upon us. That's it too.
Shut it down.
Another one.
See, the reason they don't want it shut down is because then people won't be able to see how little you fucking need those people.
Absolutely, and I can work.
I've been saying that shit.
Oh my back! Oh Jesus Christ!
You can hold this basket. I know that.
So
I've heard any number of people that try to tell you that Vice President Harris, she's Indian, and they will quote, many newspapers that say, well, it's the first Indian vice president. It's you can be two things. One dude went on to say her mother's Indian, but they didn't talk about her father, who is from Jamaica, whose last name is Harris. Harris is an English name. What do you think a Jamaican would get a name like Harris from? Oh yeah. English people from England took people from Africa to Jamaica for the slave trade.
Yeah,
they're talking about biracial. It's funny because the very people who we are black because they.
Oh, sir, there's a such thing as because how did Australia start again? Mayo.
It was a penal colony, sir.
Oh, you mean
they literally sent criminals to an island to die?
Absolutely. So. That's how you can have a fucking different names, different places, and then come over. You know what?
Did you say you could be two things? Did you say you could be two things at one time? Did he just say that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Just because you're Jamaican doesn't mean you're black. The gall of these dumbass motherfucking niggas, man.
So you can be straight. You can be straight and gay at the same time.
Absolutely, you can. At least that's what they think.
I mean, where is the picture of her in a dashiki? Because there's plenty of pictures of her in a fucking Surrey.
That's a fact. And didn't her mom file for divorce from her father? Because she said she was raised by a single mother.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
And her father is currently a Marxist professor at Yale.
Absolutely.
They said we were. As a matter of fact, they at one point said, if you have one drop of black blood, you are black. Now those very people are saying somebody with half their DNA being black, it is not black enough. It's interesting because VP Harris went to an HBCU, and if you look at the history of HBCUs, the initial students there, and a lot of the students there at HBCUs were the descendants of slave owners.
There's white people that go to.
I love that leap in logic.
It's white, and you get a ROTC scholarship, and you're not enrolled in college. A lot of times, you have to go to an HBCU.
Yeah, that shit. No, just send a message. Yeah. I know, but because he doesn't know how to check fucking message because he's old and retarded.
And they all kind of looked like VP Harris. They were very biracial, but they didn't call them biracial back then. They didn't call them, biracial. They called them octoroons and quarteroons. They called them suckers. They were illegitimate children of slave owners. They were the product of. But one thing they weren't was ambiguous about who they were. They knew they were black. Everybody else knew they were black. Everybody. There was never a case for ambiguity. They knew exactly who they were. If you look at many of the initial, if you look at the sorority,
it was called passing. That's why they called them octoroon, motherfucker.
Because I always hear about the paper bag test for HBCU.
Okay, that's fine, babe. Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Kamala Harris, she pledged many years ago, AKAs, look at their initial founders. They look a lot like her for a reason. They look like that for a reason, because many of them, if most of them are the people who went to those schools, the people who got further educations were biracial. They generally were, a lot of them, the descendants of slave owners. These slaves, their mothers, and didn't want their children in the field, so they sent them off to college, HBCUs and the such. But no one ever questioned what their race was, because if you had even one drop of black blood, you were black.
Listen, I know you're hearing
now we have people seeing contorting themselves to tell us that that's not true. Byron Donalds, who is a congressman who in the last 2 months has defended Jim Crow, and a white man who's telling a black woman what her nationality is, what her race is, and who is married to a white woman and has biracial kids. So that's one hell of a conundrum. They're telling people who they are. And white people hate the term identify because they have always been the one who told us who we were. You don't have to self-identify. I'll do it for you. I'll tell you what you are. You're black. You're not. They've always had that purpose. That's been the sole province of them. They hate when people self-identify because then what is their job? But now we have a clearly black woman who clearly went to an HBCU.
Not clearly.
Clearly pledged a black sorority. You're telling her she's not black.
No.
The very same distance who said the drop of black blood tainted you to the extent that you were.
The first HBCU opened in 1837. Slavery ended in 1864 or 1865. What is he? So you try to tell me all the slave owners?
Again, this is why I want the fucking Umar debate, because it will show what I was saying.
So
I want to see it.
So basically, what he just said was, for years they told us what we was, and then he complained about now we're saying what we are, but we calling men and women and women men. So now we got a problem with self-identifying. I think they did better identifying us than we are identifying ourselves right now.
So for 30 years, they said, you know what, we just gonna send y'all to college because y'all want to go working in the fields.
Absolutely. You didn't know that shit?
No.
And his wife is of Latino descent, so I don't know how he considered.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. God bless him. He's a smart man.
Okay, but
that was a whole bunch. He said a whole bunch of stuff contradicting himself in that one statement right there.
Well, do you want me to show you some AKAs that are white? Would that?
No, there are definitely AKAs that are white.
You mean not definitely, but definitely?
I've met, yes.
Oh, so they do allow white women in their sorority?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they do.
It's funny how these motherfuckers keep saying that black this, black that, like there's not any white people involved. This shit is ridiculously stupid. I don't give a fuck about a sorority or a goddamn, what did they call them? The male shit?
Fraternity.
I don't give a fuck about any sorority and sons of bitches. Who gives a shit? Ugh.
Yeah, it's all devil worshiping anyway.
That's not no fucking accolade because you went to a fraternity or a goddamn sorority.
It's all devil worshiping.
How does that change someone's outlook on life because you went to a fucking sorority? How does it change the average person's life that never went to college?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be for the connections.
Yeah, absolutely. I can make connections fucking washing cars. Fuck does that mean?
Black, 100%. There was no doubt about it. Now a woman who 50% of her DNA is of African descent say that you're not black. All I'm asking you, if one drop of black blood made you black, and now 50% of black blood doesn't make you black, all we're asking, dear America, please make up your damn mind.
I'm going to say it again. Her parents claimed black on paperwork so they could get the affirmative action set asides. That's why she went to Howard University. That's why she went to Howard University, to get the grants and the scholarships and the federal aid and to get the set-asides. They wasn't black. They only claimed that on paper to get your benefits. And since you got black men running around saying she's the same color as us, as if you don't have brown Asians and brown Arabs and brown Vietnamese.
You ain't lying.
Since you got stupid black people running around, since she looks just like my aunt, we the same complexion. I can show you brown Vietnamese. I can show you brown Arabs. They don't belong to the African race. You.
What did he call him, a nigga?
I'm a Democrat.
Did he call him a nigga? Hey, what the time state do you want me to go to, LA? What the hell?
Well, hi.
It don't matter. It was basically it was basically the whole thing. So I can't name a specific timestamp, but just run it a little bit.
All right.
It was pretty interesting to hear the blackety black talk.
Is the toughest
Go past this. It's when the full panel is up there.
You got Tommy's email?
You want me to go? Wait till
I do not.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna text it to you right now.
Yeah, everybody up there. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna text it to you.
Keep going. Keep going. It's when everybody up there. All right. See what's
But what you couldn't be doing is explaining it right now.
Be like two moderators. Let them like moderate. Let him and Captain.
Captain be busy on Saturday. He out there hollering and preaching, brother. And spreading words. No, see, y'all laughing, but he's out there preaching and spreading.
No, that's true. It's
Like-
the hollering and preaching that we thought was funny.
Hold on. He's raising his voice like a trumpet, like the Lord, the Most High God said, and he's asking, raising his voice in the highways and the byways, and he's delivering that great message, brother. So, yo, man, he's an Israelite for real, brother. He ain't out here playing no games, man. We got a brother that might want to ask y'all a question.
Tom, go to 4938.
What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, Saab? Peace to the panel.
Cap said he free tomorrow though. I mean, not tomorrow, but it's Saturday. It's Saturday, bro. It's Saturday. We got to keep reminding them. Saturday, 2:00.
Sadnetta is.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
Sadnetta is. Go to 4938, Tom.
Well, now
4938.
Pieces, Tommy for sure. Big Tommy in the building.
All right, that's
holding
cool.
it down for a long time, so I think he might appreciate this question. But a lot of people like Jabari, they hate when I make this statement. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Donald Trump is a freedom fighter. Do you agree or disagree? Why or why not?
Okay, this when the blackety black gonna start talking.
Hey, but before you answer, Jabari, I think this might be a good thing. And Yara, you tell me if you think this would be a good thing too. I think there probably should be a segment to where they bring people up and let them ask a question like that. And then we have to answer back and forth that person's question. I think that would be nice. What you guys think?
It's not too many people asking questions like that on this platform.
It's often how it works at this sort of the end of the debate, Tommy. That's not unusual.
Absolutely. Yeah, at the end of the debate, you guys, I believe part of the rubric is you guys going to have an opportunity to have a sort of like an interrogation round. You're going to be able to go back and forth and have some organic banter and discussion on particular topics and giving your answers. So it's going to pretty much flow. Any questions that I have will be leading up to what most of what you guys are already have discussed already, and you're going to be talking about. So it's not going to be anything out of left field. This is why we over sort of the bullet points of the outline to sort of give you guys an understanding of some of the topics that we're going to be dealing with. And as you see, you guys already have touched on dealing with reparations, right, which was one of the topics that was listed on there, and your various different ideas on that. So I think that's going to be a great piece of the conversation that needs to be had, because we're going to learn from both points of views and how these things actually do affect how we view both candidates as we go to the polls November 5th. So I think all of this is going to work together. It's going to be very organic. And like I said, I'm going to pretty much stay out of the way. You won't really see me until as far as being involved in the debate outside of basic questions that you both of you guys can answer, and then moderated to make sure both has fair and equal time on the clock and being able to be respectful of one another.
What was Cosmic question? What was the question, Cosmic?
My question was, is from their perspective, is Donald Trump a freedom fighter?
Oh, did they
Why or why not?
I was gonna let Jabari go first.
Okay.
Well, let me first say thanks for the question, Cosmic Chris. You are correct that whenever you've come on, we've disagreed. I don't think you've ever said anything. We've always disagreed on whatever you're saying, and I think that sometimes the sources that you're reading, you're either misreading or you have no sources. Let's just be clear that is my impression. That's my understanding of our interactions. There have probably been about 4 of them at this point over the years. Now, for you to say,
remember me.
oh, I certainly remember you. I try my best to remember everyone that's part of the Sonetter TV studio audience. I really do. Let me say, first of all, I don't know how in the world that you could look for a United States president to be a freedom fighter, because I'm going to give you 5 reasons why he's not a freedom fighter. First of all, what would a president be fighting for freedom from? As a person who is the chief executive of the United States, what would he be fighting for freedom from? That, for right off the bat, this is a question that doesn't really fit. In addition to that, let's talk about Donald Trump's proclivities before running for president and after. We know that Donald Trump, seeing that he believed that 5 Black and Latino men might have actually committed a crime in New York City, before they were indicted, he called for their death. He called for their death. We also know that he is in favor of giving police complete immunity. They have qualified immunity now for most civil cases. He is in favor of them giving complete immunity.
Yo, Tom.
And he has said things like
he's not
is in
even
favor
quoting
of the
it right,
police
though.
roughing people up.
No, he's not a favor. He already said that he's not a favor of that whatsoever. Wesley, he's going to say something on the panel because he's from New York, and I'm curious to see what you think because you've been living in New York your whole life. So he's going to make this statement, and it's not even a general statement. He says all. So I'm curious to see what you think. But you can continue to play.
Up. For example, when they get to the police car, hit him in the head. That's fine. Donald Trump has weaponized a crowd of white slack-jawed yokels. Essentially, I'm being a little sarcastic there, to attack, and even Tommy might find that a little funny because I am being a little sarcastic on that one. They weren't all slack-jawed yokels, Tommy. I'm being a little sarcastic. He weaponized hundreds of slack-jawed yokels to attack the Capitol of the United States, injuring dozens of police officers, leading to the death of probably about 4 people, I think the number is. I think that the only person that we have ever seen Donald Trump fight for is himself. And the fact that so many of the generals that worked for him and so many of the people that were in his cabinet, including his own vice president, will not support him, gives you a sense of the quality of his leadership. And certainly it should give you a sense of the ridiculousness of asking about whether he is a freedom fighter.
Oh, if I may, I just want to say to your first point, colonization never stopped. We're smart enough to know that. Donald Trump's obviously slowing down China in their pursuit to colonize this planet. And that's just, we colonize this country and this planet, but that's just one little point. But if Tommy can answer the question.
Yes, I appreciate the question. And let me tell you something. When you said, do I think that Donald Trump is a freedom fighter? If you notice, my opponent started off by saying no president should be a freedom fighter.
He's not a president.
Donald Trump is a presidential candidate. He's not the president. So he started off wrong with that. Number 2, when he says no president should be a freedom fighter. Last I checked, George Washington was. Last I checked, the majority of first presidents were, and what they were fighting for was what? Freedom from oppression and freedom from everything that they had fought to make the United States Union for. They didn't ever want to go back to that. And so what they said was, and John Henry spoke about, a true patriot is always on guard against his government. So that's what a freedom fighter would do to make sure, like what we have right now, when you have another country where they're taking down X, and you have in this country where you have Alexa telling you that it can't join the discussion speaking about politics when you ask, why should you vote for Donald Trump? When you then turn around and ask Alexa why you should vote for Kamala Harris, it gives you 99 reasons, but the main reason was because she's Black. Literally, a tech device told you that. So these are things that you would have a person like Donald Trump, me, and anybody else that says we need to fight against the tyranny of this country. One of the worst things that happen when you talk about Nazism or any of the things like that, what starts it? They start off with having hate speech, telling people what should and shouldn't be said. So then once you shut down one person's right to speak, you then start finding other reasons to shut down more people's right to speak. Then no one can speak. And guess who has all the power? The government, which allows you to do that. When we are speaking about Donald Trump and we're bringing out what he said about the Central Park Five, do you understand that the majority of Black folks felt that the Central Park Five was guilty because the Central Park Five actually went and expressed their guilt? Now, let me explain something to y'all. These are the same people who are talking shit about a man who gave his opinion. He was a regular citizen. But guess who they're never talking to y'all about? The DA, who was a Democrat, who put the Black boys in jail. Why is this white man's name not on their tip of their tongue? Why is it that they're not upset about the fact that you have all these Democrats who could have stopped this from happening, and they didn't? So a man who was not running for president, at the time, who had no political affiliations, made a statement about something that the Black people in that area felt was true as well. If you raped and beat a jogger, you should, in his mind, have this happen to you. He didn't do it. Why are y'all not going after the jury? The jury had Black folks on the jury. Why have y'all not put their names out? Why have we not went up to their front doors and told them how they coons? Y'all want to talk about this man when at the time, and I'm wrapping up here, at the time, after he said it, y'all were still saying Donald Trump's name in your songs. You never called him racist. You stayed at Trump Plaza. You shook his hand. You did shows with him. You waited all the way until 2015 when he decided to run for president to bring up that. Where was all the anger at the time in between? I'll wrap up there.
If I could respond to something that Cosmic Chris said, and also to something that Tommy said. I think that we have to recognize that if we were going to say that George Washington was a freedom fighter, first of all, as a person of African descent, I don't know how anyone could possibly see him as a freedom fighter when he owned hundreds of enslaved people. Our families
what does that have to wait? What?
Were held in bondage again by.
You need to shut up. You need to be quiet.
Y'all gotta keep on letting him going because he about to say something about New York. I want to hear Resler with his opinion because he make a crazy statement.
All right.
And I was like, what?
His family. So I don't know how you could possibly think that he's a freedom fighter. And second of all, let's pretend for a second that we're ignoring enslavement, which we should never do. Let's be clear. When George Washington was fighting the British, he was not the president. He became the president after he fought the British. So that part where you're saying, well, I don't know how we can say presidents can't be freedom fighters. George Washington was a freedom fighter. George Washington was certainly not a freedom fighter when he became the first president of the United States. That you could argue that he is a general of the Continental Army.
This guy
is factual, but to call him a freedom fighter as the president would be incorrect. I also heard you say that hate speech is something that is challenging, that is problematic for our society. The person that has wielded the most hate speech in the last 8 years has been Donald Trump.
Here we go.
This is the reason why he was actually kicked off of virtually every platform, because of the noxious things that he continued to say. You also said he just gave an opinion. He didn't just give an opinion. Donald Trump actually took full page ads out in every single major newspaper. He was a public person. He wasn't just an average person. He was a public entity that everyone was familiar with. And then finally, you've pretended that Black people were comfortable with Donald Trump and what he did. Perhaps you feel that way because you're in Florida. I don't know if you're originally from Florida.
Here we go.
But I'll tell you, as a person who was alive during the Central Park jogger case, that Black people certainly critiqued Donald Trump, were very upset about what he did at the time and all through that. Maybe you're only hearing about it when he ran for president, but as a New Yorker, as someone who has met Donald Trump, who is familiar with Donald Trump, who protested Donald Trump, you should know that we've been protesting Donald Trump since
I can't say anything.
That is a lie.
First off,
what you think, Russ?
I was wondering when you was gonna cut this shit short.
Donald Trump don't even know who the fuck you are. And no one up here knows who the fuck you are. You're an obscure blur in motherfucking history. No one knows who the fuck you are. So to think that you
Why do so many New Yorkers have an overinflated self-worth?
I don't know. It's the rest of
No idea who the fuck he was. Honestly, like, this was some bullshit. I do not know any New Yorkers who was doing that shit. He's absolutely insane. The moment he even started saying that this man's not a freedom fighter, like, I can't listen to anything you say. This whole Black person, anything else shit, like, nah.
So all New Yorkers was protesting and wrestling?
We gonna disregard history. Like, come on now, stop.
All y'all New Yorkers were protesting Donald Trump?
No, sir.
Interesting.
The 1970s, brother. This is not something new. We didn't wait until he ran for president to critique him on the Central Park Five.
Yes, you did.
And some of you were trying to say the Central Park Five are actually guilty.
They are.
The court has actually overturned their convictions. New York has actually come. I believe the settlement was $30 million settlement. Do you think that New York City would give a group of Black and Latino men $30 million if they were not proven incorrect? There is DNA evidence from the person who actually confessed to the crime.
So why is he
every
not in
single
jail?
time you say that the Central Park Five, who are now
Okay, then let's talk about these so-called kids' uncles that helped them to confess. Why aren't you putting the blame on their uncles or their fathers or their mothers or whatever it is that helped them to confess? Donald Trump didn't go in there and say, "Hey, you niggas need to confess." Not one time. He just took out an ad, said, "Fuck you niggas. You need to die, and I hope you burn in hell."
considered are now often called the exonerated five. Every single time you try to muddy the waters, anyone tries to muddy the waters and try to
Wait,
call
whoever
them
said that?
What you're doing is you are being an element of white supremacy. And that's the reality. There's no way that you should even be thinking of the term freedom fighter and Donald Trump in the same sentence, the same paragraph, or in the same book. Let's be very clear about who he is. I have actually been aware of him, been following.
Tom, what in the living hell does that have to do with Donald Trump being a freedom fighter?
Fix your mic.
Not a goddamn thing, sir.
How about you fix your headphones? You just keep saying this shit is retarded. I told you I'm on my headset. None of that has to do with him being a freedom fighter whatsoever.
Not at all.
None of that. This is why I hate blackity blacks. They're fucking retarded.
Sir, since he got up there and started speaking, he hasn't said why Donald Trump is not a freedom fighter. At least to my liking. I don't know if y'all heard. Did y'all hear the reason why Donald Trump was not?
No, I'm still waiting for it.
No, I'm still waiting, sir.
Well, I know I can hear, but I know I ain't the best to hear. And maybe OG, since I know OG hear everything. OG, did you hear the reason why Donald Trump wasn't a freedom fighter? that nigga, this nigga.
Oh no, sir. He said nothing about Trump being a freedom. All he brought up was that bullshit shit with the Central Park 5 with Trump.
Yeah, that made no sense. All right, well let's continue.
Following him since the 1980s. Met him at least twice in the 1990s.
And nigga don't know you, bitch.
I know who I'm talking about. Cosmic Chris, I guess you're not a New Yorker. You should ask Sonnetter if he was aware of what was going on with the Central Park 5. He's a man of a certain age living in New York. New Yorkers were enraged. Black New Yorkers were enraged about what he did in that case. And we always knew that there were problems with it. We always knew there were problems with the case. So let's just be really clear that it's possible that neither of you are familiar with all of what transpired in that situation and in the period leading up to it afterwards. But I'm going to tell you, I'm really beginning to think that you need to look at some of the data on this particular situation again.
Well, I have, and let me say this. I want to say something back to him on what he said. First off, I'm going to ask you this, and then I'll take my time to speak. But I got to ask you this directly.
Sure.
Is Donald Trump president right now?
No, he is not.
So that means that when Cosmic Chris asked the question, him being a freedom fighter, he's talking about him today. He asked our point today. So when you try to go back and then say, oh, well, I don't think any president is a freedom fighter. Well, he's not a president. He's a guy running for president. So you didn't say, you know what, my bad, bro. Your question was this. And to answer your question, I can say yay or nay, but I shouldn't say I don't think a president is supposed to be a freedom fighter when he's not president. So his question was about him today. Is that true or false?
Of course he's going to say that now, but the reality is...
That's what he asked.
What do you mean? He is asking, is Donald Trump now a freedom fighter? Would you consider Donald Trump?
That's exactly what he asked.
Trying to recraft it.
What was the?
Oh my God, that's exactly what he asked. He asked, "Was he a freedom fighter?" You brought up the president shit. You
go ahead, move the goalposts,
niggas, man.
You're trying to recraft his.
No, I will re-ask. You said, Jabari, what was his question?
He said very clearly, would you say that Donald Trump is a freedom fighter?
Yes.
And you have to recognize Donald Trump served as a president of the United States for 4 years. And I'm going to tell you something else. Many of his followers think that he may well still
4 years out of what? 70?
Y'all see that he's being disingenuous. That's the stuff that.
Go ahead. What you saying?
What, 4 years out of 70?
Well, you know. Sure.
Upset me before. That's the stuff right there. The man asked a direct question. He knows it's a direct question. He got to then be able to say, I think he meant something else. That's not right.
But I think that your parsing is ridiculous as well, Tommy.
No, I just answered his question directly.
Wait a minute. His even if you're saying, of course he's not president now, but you have to be really clear. He was president for 4 years. What president?
4 years ago.
Listen, understand, Colin. He was the person in charge of the United States.
God almighty.
He didn't say, do you think he was president? He was a freedom fighter.
Let me finish.
He didn't say Donald. He didn't say President Donald Trump.
How could he now be a freedom fighter? Are you telling me that he's fighting against some unknown forces that became president that showed themselves in 2020?
He's going to be that word, disingenuous.
The reality is that as the person who is in charge of the entire government, who is the commander-in-chief of all of the branches of the military, how in the world could you even attempt to describe that person as a freedom fighter?
Ask the man who asked the question. Ask the man who asked the question.
Here's a ridiculous question.
No. Ask him. No, stop. See, that's what I'm saying. You do that. You try to insult people instead of just asking them. And that's wrong.
I'm not insulting
that.
What is that
I'm
noise?
so old for what you're doing. I said, ask that man. Just ask him.
He can certainly answer.
All right, brother. We have one mic. This is a great conversation. I think we're going to let the young brother follow up. with his question. Then we're going to move to Judah Naz right after this. Go ahead, brother.
I'll make it real quick, super quick. Donald Trump, every commercial, every sign, every shirt, no matter what you look at, it says what? Paid for by Donald Trump. So in one instance, he's not out here doing what the father of the Constitution said, which was James Madison, who said that the government was a necessary evil and that it should be as small as possible unless we can, you know what I'm saying? And basically, so it's to the point where Donald Trump is out here funding himself and tackling, like I named before, people trying to colonize this country. His followers, his supporters, they see it. Truth seekers and truth tellers, we see it. It's so obvious that anybody, like we know Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? We know Malcolm, we know Martin Luther King, we know Steve Coakley, a bunch of people who've been assassinated or had assassination attempts on their life. The man who's not spending taxpayer dollars and saying make America great again just had an assassination attempt on his life. You have to put this man in the category of a freedom fighter, because every time he speaks about the American people. So that's obviously who he's fighting for. Every time he speaks about the American people and how we need to go back and drain the swamp. If you can't be smart enough to understand that type of language, then it obviously shows your intellect. But those with eyes can see. We all know what's really happening out here. When he mentions drain the swamp,
what's your question? What's your question?
You know, something that the Democrats never do. You know, something like funding his own campaign with his own money instead of taxpayer dollars.
No, it's not a question. He's supposed to be explaining why he thinks Trump is a freedom fighter.
Okay.
Can you just hold on for a second?
Yeah, you got to let Jabari follow up on that, because pretty much all of this is being directed towards Jabari. So I think he should have the right.
Well, he's supposed to be just answering why he thinks the man is a freedom fighter. Because
Tommy, let's be fair for a second. You and I are adversaries, but can you admit that answer does not answer the question at all?
Well, hold on.
Wait a minute. Cosmic Chris often asks questions that are
you didn't even
really difficult.
Bitch, you didn't even answer the fucking question your goddamn self. If you're gonna say that, you didn't say anything against him not being a freedom fighter.
Yo, what's Kamala Harris' theme song?
That fucking Beyonce song.
What's the name of it? Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be all about emotion.
Yeah.
Freedom. I can't move. Oh, this nigga is crazy.
I can't help it, right? I can't help it. I don't fucking know. But no, it's yeah.
To parse. And even when you very clearly said, what did he mean? He didn't answer your question. You have to at least acknowledge, even though he may agree with you, Tommy, that was a secondary bite at an apple that was done very poorly.
Well, I don't think I wasn't going by if he agrees with me.
What the fuck is up with these names? You got Judah Nazarova. You got Yarab bin Nazar. So these are Hotep ass niggas. Am I right or wrong? Are they Hotep?
Basically.
Oh.
The one dude, the smiling dude with the bald head and the beard, he looks like he's got some kind of Egyptian sculpture behind in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what side he's on.
The fact that he says he's a historian and author is funny.
But Sarnetta is a conservative. Sarnetta, the one who owns the show, is a conservative.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of doing a play on the Hotep bullshit. That's not really his thing.
This is really Hotep for sure. You got
he's just doing a play on it.
Malcolm lookalike down at the bottom left.
Yeah, but he's not a part of the show.
Okay.
I can say he didn't do a very good job of being concise and precise, but I will say this. He said that he calls him a freedom fighter because his basic premise was that he, instead of being one of these people who's running for government to make money, he's using his money to run for government. That's his idea of, in my mind, is what he was saying. Now he can say he wasn't, and other people in the comment section can say if that's what they got. But he was long-winded in trying to say he believes that a man who pays out of his own pocket instead of playing politics and getting paid off of the politics is a freedom fighter. Was that what you were saying or no?
Yes, along with draining the swamp. Any person who, because if you know what draining the swamp means, it means he's getting rid of the shadow government or the people who runs what's really going on, and he's I would have to say single-handedly doing it because he's the one funding it himself. And he's the one who they tried to assassinate. So
that's what I'm saying.
I
So
never
that's
called him a
his
freedom
idea
fighter
why he's a
until the
freedom fighter.
assassination attempt. I have a video
That's
on my
why he's saying
on my
in
page.
his mind. Now you don't have to agree.
Wait a minute. Let's pretend nobody else is there. Just look at me eye to eye for a second, brother. What? You need to just acknowledge that it was a poor question, a poor answer, and let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it.
I mean, I did freestyle my answer.
Absolutely. I think we hold on, brother. I think we had enough. Brother Judah Nash, appreciate you being on the panel, man, and shout out to you, man. Congratulations on your debate last night, man. It was a powerful debate, man. Thank you. Definitely. You got a question for
hold on.
the debaters?
Did they really yes, sir. Did they really just do that?
Yeah.
They really just dismissed his whole freaking question.
Absolutely.
Oh my, okay. And Tommy's the only one that was willing to acknowledge it. All right. Oh well.
Does it surprise you? When they can't answer.
I mean, for a bunch of people that call themselves fucking intellectuals, I mean, you would think they would.
Listen, when they can't answer the fucking question concisely, especially as a debater, because he went all the way around motherfucking Timbuktu and didn't explain nothing on how he wasn't a freedom fighter.
That's what I was waiting for too.
So, I mean, he just couldn't answer the question. So if it was me looking at this, dude, you lost. But Tommy didn't really give a good, concise answer either. So it is what it is.
First off, the first question is, I'm in Japan, so I think
he did give reason why he was a freedom fighter though. He went concise.
Oh, the problem with it is I think Tommy is trying to ask him questions clarifying questions when not the guy, but ask Jabari clarifying questions, which is taking his time, and then he gets thrown off and didn't really answer the question fully. At least that's what I saw. But it is. In a debate, I would never ask a clarifying question to my opponent. But it could give you points if they answer it poorly, which he did, but that's a tactic I wouldn't use. I wouldn't ask my opponent a clarifying question because it has nothing. My statements has nothing to do with what he's saying. Right now, you're giving credence to what he's saying, what he was trying to say.
Day at 2:00 in the afternoon.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, 2 p.m.
Our debate. You're saying?
You and Tommy.
Yeah. Well,
Saturday.
for us, it's Saturday at 2:00. I'm not sure exactly. Saturday, day after tomorrow.
Saturday, 2:00. Judah.
Standard time.
All right, so
I keep saying Saturday.
So it'll be 1:00
Monday your time, right? Sunday afternoon, Monday morning.
No, I think it's 1:00 in the morning here.
Okay.
Just ask your
Yeah. So I'll be tuned in for that. I think I'm not sure. I don't want to miss Jabari. You know, Ashley Babbitt's the only one that died on January 6th, by the way. She was shot by Secret Service. Also, too, real quick for Tommy. Hey, man, I used to be in your chat like years ago, brother. I'd be like saying hello to you. You would just scroll right on.
Oh, no, he's dick holding.
I'm like, man, come on, from Japan. Come on,
There was so many people, but I do remember a few brothers from Japan. So I thought I acknowledged. If you might have been one, I know a few of them. I acknowledged them.
Yeah, well, listen, I ain't trying to change the subject. I'm gonna say I got a sister that you know the women you be talking about. I got a sister like that, so I used to be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, listen, everybody on this panel got somebody they know. Why they hate what I say, they know.
How far are you gonna stick that nigga's dick in your throat, dog? Just ask.
Somebody just like I talk about.
My mama like that too. But look, so
hey, they asked me on my show last night, would I vote for Kamala because she black? I said I would vote for my mama and she black.
if I could respond to what Judah said, Judah might have another question, but
go ahead. I don't want. Go ahead. I don't
really quickly. Ashley Babbitt is not the only person to die on January 6th. I mean,
Absolutely,
I think that
she was.
the right side of our political discourse has made it sound like that.
No, sir. There was a woman who fell off the.
A Capitol that two other Trump folks died actually. Kevin Greason, I had to search the name. He had a heart attack while he was in the midst of attacking the Capitol, and so did Roseanne Boylan also died. But you should know that there are several other Capitol police officers, at least 2, who committed suicide shortly after the event.
What the fuck?
And so there are a number of people who died in response to this attack, and we're just talking about death. We're not talking about the officer who lost his eye, the other one who suffered several strokes, many people who had traumatic brain injuries. There were a lot of things that occurred on that day, and Ashley Babbitt was not the only person who.
He's telling the truth, Judah, because there was a guy who died 8 months later. Because right after he went to TCBY and had some ice cream, so we got to name him too. We got.
No, let's be clear. The first officer who killed himself was Brian Sicknick, and it's really inappropriate for you to make fun of someone who killed himself.
I will always make fun of somebody who killed themselves.
Hey, listen, that
motherfucker. He must don't know Tommy.
That motherfucker was weak. If you gonna listen, there's one thing I will not do is kill myself. I'm gonna kill 1 million plus before I even think about saying, "Hey, let me off myself." You crazy as cat shit. That motherfucker was weak.
And that wasn't at the Capitol. So what?
No, absolutely what?
What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Because they want you to feel, they want to pull at your heartstring. I think it's inappropriate for us to talk about someone that killed themselves. Why? The bitch was a pussy. Flapping pussy hole. Pussy hole.
Pussy. On January 7th.
Always make fun of somebody that killed themselves. They did it to themselves.
You know, we can't hear from Jabari. We can't.
They did what they wanted to do.
I don't know how you could do that having American.
I just told you they did what they wanted to do to themselves.
The reality is that the first person to commit suicide was Brian Sicknick. Okay. He was held in state in the Capitol building. He committed suicide the next.
Either you care about cops or you don't. This shit that they do kills me. All of a sudden now they care about the police.
Yeah,
it's weird as fuck.
It will always be weird. I wish he would answer his question so I can get off here at 12 o'clock.
Next day, you're trying to make it sound like someone died of a cholesterol attack. That all you're doing is making light of something that's really serious. And I think the family of Brian would be really upset.
No, he killed himself, and I'm supposed to feel bad.
Really inappropriate.
Because I don't feel bad that somebody kills themselves.
Can I just come in real quick, you guys? I don't want to break you guys' bill. I just want to come in real quick. Second off, I think Elon Musk might be buying YouTube, Tommy. So that would be dope. Hopefully, he's not on the same boo-boo that the censorship with YouTube. So we want to see you back on YouTube again.
I hope you do. Let me back on, bro. Let me back on.
Yeah, that would be dope. Second off, I have a question real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off because I don't want to take up you guys' time. I have a picture. Actually, I'm not gonna share. I have a picture of.
You muted.
My bad. I have a picture of Kamala Harris and a guy called Walz. I guess is her VP. And they're at this thing called the Revolutionary Communist of America, in their meeting. I was going to ask Tommy: is communism for American freedom, or
is what? Say it again.
So Walz and Kamala Harris are at a Revolutionary Communist of America party organization. Would you say that communism is for American freedom?
I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to do like my man Donald Trump did. I'm going to answer your question and then bring up something to him that maybe he didn't think about. He said a president is supposed to be a freedom fighter. There's a guy by the name of Abraham Lincoln that may disagree with him. He was fighting for a bunch of people's freedoms called black folks. He did that. But let me go to your question about communism. No, it's not. And the greatest It may not be the best and it's not perfect, but the greatest system of economics on earth has been what we have here, which is capitalism. Communism has failed in several places. Failed leading to people. I dated a girl from Russia. She talked about how when she was young, they were having to have vouchers, which if you listen to the plans that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz were talking about, especially with the price gauging, as she said it when she meant gouging, those plans lead to exactly what happens in communism. See, the thing about money is this: when you spend it, well, it's got to come from somewhere. If you have children, you should know this. Whenever they ask you for things, it's nice to give it to them, but then it's got to come from somewhere. And someday you explain that to them. Well, it seems like the Democrats that they have now, and they're not real liberals, because liberals weren't what these guys are. These are leftists, and leftist is code word for communists. And the communists are the ones who are trying to say central state government. They run it all. They run every aspect of your life. They tell you what to say and not to say. Just like Jabari misquoted me again earlier, talking about, well, Donald Trump is the one who's the main one who's saying hate speech. I didn't say that there was a thing called hate speech. I said it's a problem when someone's calling it hate speech. I believe in free speech. So if he was saying things you didn't like, I think he should be allowed to do that. I think you should be able to say something back to him. Now, finally, to wrap up what you're saying, the fact that these people who run this country would talk so glowingly about other countries and what they have in other countries and want to change the fundamental value of this country, the greatest country on earth, to look like other places where we see what's going on in those countries. Look at a communist country right now. Name one you'd want to live in. Why is it that we have people here who want to run our government that want to have our government look like that?
Can I say?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna hop off. I stand corrected, Jabari. If other people passed away on January 6th, we know that wasn't no attack. But yeah, I'm gonna hop down and listen to great show. Saw another great show. Eliara. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Jabari. Hope I can see the debate. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all gonna get it in, and y'all have a blessed day. I'm about to be in the chat listening in. Thank you, guys.
I would hope that you would stay for a second because I want to respond to something you said, and it's important that you hear the response. Sonetta, could you share this? Sonetta, could you share this? I want you to know that it's really important for you to vet some of the things that you're going to hear. You said that Walz and Harris were posing with the revolutionary comment sign of America. This is a bad photo.
That is not what he said.
Anyone in the room could see that.
And that is not what he said. He said he met with them and went to a meeting.
That's exactly what he said.
Not that he posed to it in front of a fucking sign.
There goes that goalpost again.
People don't listen. He never listens. He just hears what he wants to.
Well,
Tommy's had to correct him several times. The dude don't listen.
Fuck it, I don't care. He from New York, nigga. Your state of home. Your state.
I never said that all New Yorkers were smart.
Oh, okay. At least we agree there.
I don't think anyone's smart in most places.
That's a fact. Because I know I'm dumb as shit, but who's counting?
Photoshop jobs. This did not happen. And so Snopes is actually saying very clearly, fake video shows Harris and Walz posing with revolutionary comments of America sign.
That looks obviously fake.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah.
No, I was just saying that looks obviously fake.
And I also want you to know that when Abraham Lincoln was running the Civil War, first of all, to call him a freedom fighter, he was the person that was running the government, but he certainly wasn't fighting. And I want you to be clear that Black people and our allies convinced him.
Isn't the president of the United States the commander-in-chief of the military?
That is so dumb. Did George Washington actually go out there and fight a fucking battle?
Yes, he did.
He went out there and actually shot a gun, huh?
George Washington?
Yes.
Absolutely. He was a general.
Yeah, he never shot a gun. He led the war. He did not go out there and actually fight. Physically fight. He did not.
Okay.
No, he was no, he was the president at the time. He didn't fight.
No. That's Abraham Lincoln.
No, we're talking about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, I understand that. So my thing is this: he's saying that if you're gonna make a statement that a president or somebody actually has to go out there and physically fight, that's not fucking true.
That's not true at all.
Freedom fighters don't normally do the fighting; they do the leading.
I mean,
that's why.
Let's just be honest. Like that didn't happen for most kings who had kingdoms.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dumb.
Oh, whether it was dumb or not, the motherfucker don't listen.
Yo, he does not listen. He had several corrections.
Well, no, he listens, but he says what he wants to say. Like he it's not about him listening. So blackity blacks think what they hear, what they want to hear. So he basically moved the goalpost, and nobody gonna call him on it. We all heard exactly what the question was, but nobody in the panel gonna be like, "Well, that's not what he said." It's what they do. It's what the JFC do. I told y'all this a million times.
LA, can you take over?
I don't even know where we at, sir. Sure.
We're at 122. 23.
Niggas, boy. That's why you go to the white man show.
Shut the fuck up. I gotta go get this.
Wow.
I can't stand this nigga, dog. Conshine, it's a fact I got from Dr. Jane Ruby podcast interview with Todd Challenger, who is a lawyer. I don't even know what the fuck they talking about.
Here we go.
All right. Thank you, sir. I'll be watching in the clouds.
Freedom fighting.
Wait, brother. Wait, I didn't interrupt you. And you should also know that before he actually took office, he actually agreed to the Corwin Amendment. For those of you who need to do some more research, look for the Corwin Amendment. By the way, it's in my book, 7 Little White Lies, The Conspiracy to Destroy the Black Self-Image. All of this is described. There's an entire chapter on Lincoln and his legacy. And you should know that he very clearly said that he would agree not to any of the enslaved Africans if the Confederacy would agree not to leave the Union.
Yes, I knew that.
And part of his plan, even after he came around and allowed Black men to fight and turn the tide of the Civil War within the course of 90 days, because the North was going to lose, by the way. When Black folks came to fight, that is when the North actually began to win. You should know that he met with a number of free pastors and said to them, okay, it looks like we're going to lose the war. Looks like we're going to win the war. What you should agree to do is convince the rest of Black people to go to a colony in Central or South America that we will set up for you, because there's no way that white and Black people will be able to live in this country together. So his record is an interesting one. And I think it's one that we—
That's the Hotep view.
FBA Young Lion say Blacks fought on both sides. That is actually incorrect. For you to, there's a really good book for you to analyze that. It's by Levin. It's called Searching for Black Confederates. There were some enslaved Africans who were forced to assist their Confederate masters, but we don't have a record of Black people
fought
in the Confederate
War. That is completely false. There were 3 Blacks who fought for the Confederacy.
Yeah, he lying about that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Hit the panel, man.
I want to say to you,
come on in, man. Stop playing.
This is something that you should know, Sonnetter. Because of our topic, there are going to be people saying ridiculous things in the chat that we have never seen.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. And you need to know that some of them are folks that are not part of our community. They're in another country, and their goal is to weaponize us against to control our vote in the presidential election. So there are going to be a bunch of people who you're going to see coming.
Is that not what the JFC trying to do? Literally tell us to vote for somebody because they Black.
Exactly. It's fucking exactly
every time.
That's the whole. I mean, the whole reason you got 90% of the fucking Black vote going to the Democratic Party is because what Joe Biden said: you ain't Black if you vote for a fucking Republican or anything but a Democrat. That's exactly what they're doing.
And don't the Hoteps think that Blacks and whites can't live together?
Yeah.
Isn't that their view? That's why they want segregation.
Yep.
So why do they have a problem with Abraham Lincoln?
I don't know, man. I told
They
y'all
agree with him.
Told you this conversation was pretty crazy.
Coming into the chat saying some really ridiculous things. I would love for them to come in and show themselves. They probably won't. I see another one, Blockchain Soup. Who the heck is that? There are going to be a bunch of people who are going to be saying ridiculous things. And I'm going to say to you, family, most of the people you see commenting, you've seen them, you know them, you've interacted with them. Look at the folks you don't know who are making comments right now. And recognize
are you crying, Jabari?
You must be very. I've never cried. I don't know if you realize.
No, I'm just being sarcastic to the people who always use that silly word of crying when someone's pointing something out.
I want you to recognize that we have to be very circumspect about those people who are attempting to say that they are our supporters, because some of them are certainly not.
Okay, and I just do want to say, when someone's a freedom fighter, let me ask you something, Jabari. Would you consider the Black Panthers freedom fighters?
Yes.
Would you consider Martin Luther King a freedom fighter?
Yes. Even though he didn't fight in the traditional sense with arms, yes, I would consider him.
That's why I was saying when you knocked down that man's argument saying, "Oh, he didn't get out there and fight." I'm like, come on, you know the freedom.
That's not the only thing I said. I said several things that made it awkward to say that he was a freedom fighter. By the way,
that shouldn't have been one if we would allow another one in. Think about it. If I would say it's okay for this light-skinned person with a white mom to be black, and then
Tommy, you're the one calling him out, man.
The guy can't be black because his mama white. That wouldn't make sense. I can't say that. Like, you won't even acknowledge that. You can't say that's when people are being unfair. When you say you can't say this because of this, well, then if someone has that same attribute, you'd have to say the same thing.
I think that we should be clear that Martin Luther King led people in
Let's be clear.
A movement that was nonviolent. So they did not take up arms, at least not many of them. There were people who were armed in his movement. The Negro and the Gun is a really good book for you to read to find out more about that. But recognize that every single time that he took those people into these protests, he stood the chance of having a highly militarized force actually attack him. So while he was not literally fighting, he was certainly being fought against, and nearly lost his life on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, was literally assassinated by people against him. Wait. I'm not finished. And so we should recognize that there are lots of reasons why I would say that it's ridiculous to try to call Donald Trump a freedom fighter. And I think that we should just recognize that. Raphael Gary, if you're saying, yes, they did fight on both sides, I don't know if you know this, because I think you might be new to this conversation. In this place, we say source up, and I'm going to say, or be quiet, because you're new. I don't want to offend you. No, we shut up.
Shut up.
So source up or shut up. I'm going to show you my stuff. Listen, as much as I fight with Yara and Judah, they know they got to bring sources. They bring sources. You can't just say something. You know, that's how those are the rules.
You literally bring pictures up.
You're saying, yes, they did fight on both sides. That idea and 275 will get you on a New York City subway train. It's worth nothing.
Y'all see, and I just wanted to I'm still going to make the point. If y'all can't have a person admit that if you say this ain't that, then no one who does that should be considered that. That's a fair statement. If I say you have to physically fight, because that's what he used to put down that man. But then what he just did was say, well, there were plenty of people who tried to kill Martin Luther King and others who were going. I'm like, hold on. Somebody tried to kill Donald Trump. Somebody actually killed President Lincoln. And when you're a freedom fighter, when I asked him, was the Black Panthers freedom fighters? Black Panthers wasn't fighting for women's rights or whites' rights or Asian rights. He was fighting for their own people. So you can be a white person who enslaves Black people and still be a freedom fighter if you are fighting against whoever is trying to take your freedom. That's what a freedom fighter is. It's not someone long as you like what they fighting for. If they fighting for freedom of anything, a person fighting for the freedom of animals is a freedom fighter.
Really?
Yes.
Your
Yes, sir.
definition is really broad, brother.
No, it's the term.
Literally, the Taliban were
Perhaps my
freedom fighters.
definition is much more narrow.
That's correct.
Yours was narrow until it fit. You said they didn't
I
fight
think
this,
that what you
and
tried
then said these other people could be. There are people who will right now call Francis Chris Welsing a freedom fighter. There are people who call the woman who sat in the bus.
Hold on, Jabari. Let him finish. Let him finish, Jabari.
I stopped talking.
She didn't fight anyone on that bus. Rosa Parks did not fight anyone, and she's considered a freedom fighter by the majority of people. And this is not something I'm making up. To just sit there and break this down and say freedom fighter has to fight to knock me down, but then when it was okay for you to name a freedom fighter, you named someone that actually didn't fight, but said not all do they have to be that. And that's what I mean, y'all. When you can't have a fair conversation with someone, I don't do that to him, and I don't do that to anyone. If I were to say something like that, I'd say, you're right, brother. If this person doesn't have to, then that person doesn't have to. I'm not going to say my guy don't have to, but yours did.
It's interesting that you're calling Trump your guy and the other folks that are black my guy. Did you hear that, family? Did you hear what he just said?
God damn.
Let's be clear, Tommy.
God damn, player.
He ignored all that.
Yes. Let's not argue the point.
Wow. Damn.
He totally bypassed everything.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Tommy is not speaking to you.
All this laughing
Let's
again.
be clear, he's not speaking to you. I just want to be really clear.
I didn't say my guy is Trump. I said if I was having, I literally said,
Yo, what did he just say? Let's be clear. Number 5 on the JFC list. They always got to be clear about something, but never clear about any fucking thing. Oh my God, I always tell y'all that. I am a genius. I'm like D.L. Hughley.
If
we heard you, brother.
Said if I'm talking, y'all see what he's doing. This is not funny to me.
Can you take a look
I
at
don't like
this?
when people do that. And then as he's doing it, when I tell him that's not what I did, he don't have the fucking respect to shut up and let me say what I said. He keeps doing that.
First of
And
all,
it's childish.
I don't think you realize this.
You lie on someone and then start laughing.
Let's rein it in, brother. We've been very respectful. We should keep it that way.
He wasn't respectful.
On you, and I think Tommy,
Just
you have
read it, what I said, and all you had to do was say, "What were you saying?"
Sometimes
you wouldn't do it. Then you just kept laughing.
Holler, a hit dog gonna holler. That's
You
what's
know what?
happening.
Oh shit.
Hey.
So you
Y'all
can
bad as shit. I'm not gonna let that man keep doing this.
trying to call me out of my name. I want you to be.
I didn't call you out your name.
I think Jabari hollered
from
first.
Harlem. I'm from Harlem. Y'all think these glasses mean that I don't get down? You do not know my past. He
Do
does
not miss this debate.
I have shot the fifth more than almost anyone in the audience. You just don't know that because I don't get down like that anymore. Because now I understand that I fight intellectual warfare. And when people lose their intellectual battle, they get nervous and they leave. Didn't I just say, I hope that Tommy stays around, he doesn't curse and then run away? And he said, I didn't do that. He just did it now. So all I gotta say to you, family, is let's be clear about who you're talking about.
LA, this is a win, right? This is a win.
He said, when I said about my guy, and then he says about his guy, I want to be really clear.
Oh my God.
The way that he was phrasing that, Trump was his guy.
Oh my God. They love to say, let's be clear, dog. I don't know.
Man, if you don't get this faggot off my screen with this fucking fag ass, I'm a, I just shot the fifth one. I got one in the eye. Man, shut your pussy ass up.
Yeah, pretty much done.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
I don't believe him.
That's why I stay away from Harlem.
Because anybody who has to state how much of a badass they are usually aren't.
Yeah, I try to warn y'all. Try to warn y'all.
That was pretty bad. I personally don't think Tommy Sotomayor left. I think they kicked him.
Yeah, I think they kicked him.
They kicked him and then said he left. Nah, nigga, because what it said on the scrolling on the Chiron at the bottom, it said no profanity, and then whoop, he was gone. That ain't a motherfucker that's gonna leave mid sentence. That's just me. But all right, y'all. I just had to say it.
No, it's after 12, so you can wrap it up if you want. Lil Spoon, you gonna wrap it up? What you gonna do?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Who said that?
What was that? The comedy show. Russell Simmons.
There you go. Hey, we'll see y'all tomorrow for LA show.
I'm not doing the show tomorrow.
You're not doing
tomorrow, sir. No, the Eagles play in Brazil
at 8:00 at night.
Yeah, it is 8:00 game.
Oh damn. Okay. On a Friday?
You can't count on black folks do nothing on time.
No, if it was a paying gig, I would be here. But y'all niggas don't, not you, John the Baptist. I would never say that about you ever. Other niggas. So
we'll find something to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all for coming out here. We're out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.